Hey everybody, we're here. Welcome back. I'm your friendly neighborhood Prax. Welcome to the channel. I'm gonna do my spiel at the end, but we're gonna let everybody go around because it's time for some more Greyhawk 4 Become One, some shenaniganry, possibly divine dating. We'll find out. But we'll let everybody go around, introduce themselves, say who they're playing, and you know, all the good stuff. So why don't we start? We're gonna mix things up today and start with PB. Hey PB, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. I'm here. I'm ready. I'm so excited to be playing Civ Iron Fury. She, her pronouns are hammer throwing fighter of a dwarf. I almost said knight. Knight is not the correct word to use in that situation. Although they used to train like one. So fun little fact. But I'm very excited to be here and I'm very excited to see what happens today.
Yeah. There's gonna be some interesting things that happens. Yep, all of that. And then next, why don't we go to PB to your right on the overlay with Lynn. Hey Lynn, how are you? How's life going for you?
Oh, doing good. Hey everyone, I'm Lynn, she, they, and tonight I am playing Ven, they, them, ancient cleric of Farlang the Wanderer.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, I was trying to figure out why because my camera moved. Okay, there, that's better. Sorry, y'all. But yes, an ancient cleric of the Wanderer. I'm sure nothing will be bad about that whatsoever. Um, and above Lynn on the overlay, we have Chris. Hey, Chris, how are you doing? How's life going for you?
Doing great. Doing great. Excited to be back here on a Sunday night playing Gunnar or I guess, the spare to the heir and his family who likes to mix things up in the athletic way that only Cord could appreciate, but is also way too happy and even keel for some of the people in the party because they're afraid that he doesn't know what he's talking about, which is probably accurate.
Yeah, I'm sure everything's fine. But maybe somebody who does give Gurnar some respect on occasion, maybe question mark, it would be Lindy's character. Hey, Lindy, how are you?
Hi, tis I, left of Lindy. Yeah, I'd say she mostly respects her brother, um, as a like what he is and not as her brother. Like, there's like that siblinghood where you're like, I can never fully respect you, but I respect like your occupation and what you do. But
Mm-hmm.
like, I've seen too much of you to have like actual respect for you. That's the years of vibes towards a Gunnar. Yeah, which who Yrsa Alfiaro, that's me, who little sister of Gunnar, and taking a break from my axe right now. It's in somebody's bag. I didn't make notes on who because I don't think Yrsa would remember after a while.
Gurnar has it.
Um, yeah, that's cool. I only take notes on what Yrsa will remember or things of, so they're a little chaotic. I'm not gonna lie to you right now, but I'm very excited to, you know, I've got roses. I'm ready to pass them out,
Yep,
bachelorette style.
yep. Bachelor style, this is your bachelorette paladin available for dating. Divine beings, step on down. I'm here for it. Thank you so much for that. I also appreciate. Can we just take a second to appreciate the fact that it is a black and red rose that Lindy has, and just her current patron is, a little bloody.
Is that
I
all
think those
right?
are his favorite colors, to be honest.
Exactly.
Probably. I don't have any other color roses in this room. I've got like Lego daffodils. But that's different.
That's
It's
different.
not.
That's not
It's
the
not
same.
the vibe.
But I am your friendly neighborhood Prax. Thank you all for being here on this Sunday night as we dive back into Greyhawk, Shint, Fun, and all of the joy. And this is where I tell you you can help the party if you retweet, or not retweet, repost our go live post on Blue Sky, which is currently sitting at 6 reposts at the moment. If they get to 10, there's a gift for the players. If they get to 20, then there's a gift for your wonderfully fun, friendly GM. who's here for, you know, the party. There, that's what was messed up. Okay, my lighting was screwed up. I fixed it. But they have made a decision. They have these two swords that they have found. One, a Dreamsinger, a bastard sword that they provides a certain insight, perhaps, to truth and history. And another sword that Ven is currently using, or carrying at least, called Greenswath, a golden scimitar. And they know of two more of these swords that they have been told if they bring together something, well, possibly the return of the Empire, possibly a rise of the power of the quote-unquote barbarian nations, as they're referred to by the quote more civilized sections of the continent. But they know that one of these blades is in the possession of an ice barbarian, quote-unquote, chieftain. And the other is currently on display in Garrickendal, the city of the Orc Horde, by a priest of Grumsh. They have begun making their way. They decided politics might be easier than fighting, or, you know, whatever they choose to do to find this weapon. Make their way through the entire city of the Orc Horde. So they are making their way to the capital of the Ice Barbarians. A nominal client state, vassal state of the Alfjarls, who are the royal family of the Kingdom of Schnai, which is also sometimes referred to as the Snow Barbarians by the less...
There's snow barbarians like the snow barbarians.
Exactly. Thank you for that one. Appreciate it. And with that, you have been making your way... Hold on. That got closed. That's why I was looking for something, and I was like, that tab got closed. I was like, where is it? The tab got closed. That's a problem. Making your way north and east from White Fanged Bay, across all the way to the city of Yalplust, excuse me, north of the Kursek Mountains. And you are currently, after 3 days of travel, with a view of the Harak forest in sight. You're not quite in the forest yet. Still running. You've crossed the river, but you can see the giant, massive, dense greenery of these alpine pines in the distance. There were some interesting examinations of thoughts and dreams last time. And now, as you make your way across, you are fully rested. The day has begun, and I need a Constitution saving throw from Gunnar.
You know, I should have known to keep my character sheet open right away, but I forgot. So give me 1 second, please. Bang. 12. Whew.
Yep.
So close.
So close, but you're still doing okay. You know, maybe a little... Feeling it a little maybe this morning, but you're okay. But the morning is yours, and the day is yours as you make your way out. I have a question. Who's leading this charge?
Ven's usually up front, and I'm usually at the rear. And Yrsa and Civ are, though they're switched on our screen for some reason, are
Oh,
Yrsa and
I go
Civ.
through the many hammers and things.
Yes.
okay, there we go. Now we fixed that. Sorry, I fixed it.
I like to
are
imagine we kind of like
usually
ride in
the-
like a diamond formation, like
Mhm.
Ben, Chris,
Exactly.
and then Gunnar, and then Civ and me.
It allows for more talking. You know, it's like you don't
It
get to like
does, yeah.
line.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So then I need Ven to roll me that first survival check of the day.
All right,
I
survival.
don't have my divining
Wait,
rod,
wait,
so I
wait,
can't
wait,
lead.
wait, wait.
What?
Guidance.
Oh, okay. Guidance plus a D4.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
17.
You still know where you're going, Ven. You've been there before, and it's kind of easier now that you can kind of know to keep the mountains to you're heading east northeast, so you're trying to keep the mountains to your southeast, and you can see the giant swath of green in which stands out amongst the snowy plains. There's no impediment at the moment. The day is yours. But I have a question. I mean, usually I wouldn't say anything, but I do have one question. I'm sorry, I have to ask. Ursa,
Hi.
it has now
Me.
been 4 days since you have had possession of your axe.
Yeah. Oh wow. I did not watch the second half of the VOD. I was painting.
There was 3 days and then an additional day. Today is the beginning of day 4. And you have not had possession of your axe
Yeah.
for 4 days.
That's right. Yep.
Mhm.
I knew that.
Mhm. Mhm. I do have a question for you.
Sure.
Could you roll me,
Yeah.
please and thank you,
Of course.
a religion check?
Sure. Yeah. Da 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 da.
that-
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Can I give her guidance?
I mean, if you want to reach out and touch her.
You want me to reach out and touch you?
Sure. Do like the annoying sibling thing, like hey.
Yep. Reach up and
Cool.
poke her in the
That's
shoulder
gonna
blade.
be up to a 7.
Ooh.
I rolled real bad. 7.
So a 7.
Yeah, I didn't roll very well.
Not
Nah.
really well.
No.
You have become aware of a couple things about your new situation.
Sure. Yeah.
If you kiss it, it makes it better.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. That is good to know.
Mm-hmm. And that the divine is more aware of you.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. Yes.
Mhm.
Pick some flowers when we stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there were certain individuals, I believe, that you were attempting to commune with.
Yeah, just throw myself out there in general, and then also maybe towards a few specifics that people who were recommended to me, like
Mhm.
I swiped right. I don't know which direction you swipe. I don't know the whole. I swiped in the positive direction. Can you tell
I
I
mean-
don't dating app?
I
I'm so married. I don't
yeah,
even
you
know.
are, and that's the kind of the hilarity is like I almost want somebody to be like, I want Michael to be like, why are you talking about dating apps? He doesn't care though.
I
So-
haven't had it. They weren't as big of a thing like
Nope.
11, 12 years ago.
So, you're more interesting to the divine, and you haven't had your axe for 4 days.
Facts. Yeah. True
Mhm.
facts about the
Mhm.
axe.
It's kind of prickling at the back of your mind
Oh,
That
okay.
you haven't had your axe for 4 days.
I had oiled up Bone Daddy in my
But you
hands.
haven't had to knead it. There isn't a reason for it right now.
That's true. Yeah. That's very true.
That, it's not like on these open plains, mostly small rolling hills, you can't see anybody, and it's not like you're gonna just randomly get stabbed in the back. That would be non-starter.
Yeah, and if they did, I'd be like, "What?" And then I'd like murder them.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What's your passive perception?
Uh, oh, it's better than I thought. Thank God. 15.
Good to know. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hey, Ven,
Yeah.
you're in the front, right? You're muted.
Yes. Yes, I am
Okay.
in the front. In the front.
Cool. And you've been kind of contemplating a bunch of things lately, right?
Mm-hmm.
The past, the future, curses, and carrying a weapon in your bag of holding, I believe.
Yes.
Or two.
There's a couple in there. There's a couple important ones.
And what's your passive perception at the moment?
19.
19 is good. 19 is important. Again, nice rolling hills. It's been a relatively pleasant ride. It's chilly, right? Like, it's cold. It's not as cold as yesterday when Civ fell in the water, or 2 days ago when Civ fell in the water.
Mhm.
But, it's you can feel the change in the air, smell it. You can smell the pine and the trees now as you kind of make your way through. Can I ask for a Arcana check from Ven, please?
Oh, Arcana check. 11. I really wish it was the other one.
So, with that Arcana, life is good. Life is sweet. Everything's fine. Not a problem to be had. As you and your friends and compatriots make your way through the forest. You're just all you guys.
We're riding, and I'm playing the game again with Irsa of just like, ooh, what do you think? Like, look at that bush and that rock over there. It kind of looks like one of those turtles we saw down south. Don't you think?
A little bit, yes. I could see it, especially the rock. That's very big turtle vibes.
Like, yeah, and I'll like be like, do one of these to Gunnar, like, she's doing it. She's left the drag now.
Still true neutral. but a little bit, but trying to be cooler now.
So I said less.
Yeah.
Yep. Less of that.
Less of that.
Yeah. Because now I'm like somewhat self-aware.
Mm-hmm. Now you know you've been being lame.
Yeah. Ew. It's awful.
A fate worse than death.
Pretty much. I mean, it's close.
Can I get another survival check from Ven?
Oh. 26.
26.
Oh.
The path, you have found yourself again on that path that you saw before. This path that Gunnar has kind of been tracking a little bit. someone is doing enough smuggling that they've created a trail kind of through the woods,
Mm-hmm.
like a
Oh.
deer pass trail.
Mm-hmm.
Not, enough that like the tree, there's no broken branches, but it's like the tree branches are kind of bent enough that they're moving away. There's enough tread that their grass is not always growing back in certain places. You can follow this pretty easily, and you're, pretty sure that it's stable. It's not a problem at the moment. You don't see any evidence of recent passage, but more of like, again, that a frequently used trail kind of thing.
Mhm.
As you make your way through, I need to you find something. No, you're just you. You guys are good. You're fine. You're happy. Life is good. It's a little cooler once you get into the trees, out of the sun. There's less, but it's easier to see, right? Like there's no snow glare at the moment, so plenty of easy. You see occasional like small woodland prey animal, chipmunks, squirrels, one or two like an old fat badger who's judging your life and all of their choices. The occasional deer in the distance.
As we're passing the deer, I'll ask Ren. I'll be like, do we still have meat in our stores? Should we?
Oh, we still
Do
have a
we need
couple
to stock up?
days. We still have a couple days left. We have the emergency ration still if things get dire. If you want to hunt, we can certainly take a slight detour. And we are going to be heading for.
I look at Civ and go, are you going to hammer the deer?
Please
Even
do it.
together, we've known each other for 30 years, and you still ask that question?
You're right. My mind was elsewhere. And he starts humming the tune of Baby Shark, but it's really Baby
just-
Smuggler.
Just flashback to like every time like Ziv has hit like a brigand like from like 20 yards away with the hammer. Like it's just like
Yes. I'll look over at Ursa and I'll be like, what do you think, Ursa? Should we take a quick detour,
Yes.
catch a deer?
Absolutely.
Okay. It's quick.
Mhm.
Something tells me someone's bored of riding on a horse.
Absolutely. Yes. It took way longer for Ursa to get bored on the horse than normal, though.
That's
Mhm.
fair.
Um,
And delightful.
Days.
Can I get then a survival check from the two of you for your hunting?
Yeah. You may use your
Sure.
hammer, but I'm going to use a javelin to hunt. 'Cause-
That's fair.
Between Ven and I, we can give you both guidance.
yeah,
Yeah,
both
go
of
for
us.
Sweet.
I'll need it.
Oh yeah, for this.
Oh,
I don't
shit.
need no
Oh
guidance.
shit!
Holy shit.
I'll roll it anyway. 28. Sounds so good.
15.
Blood! Blood!
Javelin. Just like I just come back and there's like 3 deer skewered on the javelin. Just like, oh,
Yeah.
they were still in a row.
It's one shot. It was one javelin shot. Just got
One
the 3 of them.
javelin.
The
Two
javelin,
deer.
they were all kind of grazing together, and the javelin
Yeah.
just went through the neck of one, then the other, and then the other.
Yeah.
Straight kills each time. Civ, you got the fourth one that was kind of a little over to the side, and that was just straight on, hammer thrown, one-shotted.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Hope
a
everyone
vitally,
likes jerky.
I have a vitally important question because it's only about 12 o'clock in the afternoon. You
Yeah.
have 4 deer.
Yeah. And we have bags of holding.
The back's holding cannot hold 4 deer.
Yes, they can. You can fit 10 human bodies in a bag of holding.
You
They're
can.
way too much of it to
You
do.
can. You can fit the 4 deer in your bags of holding. We've
Let-
determined
let-
this particularly because you've changed out all of that copper coinage. You have the
We
space.
sure did. Absolutely.
However, I, as an
Yes.
individual who lived in the deep south, have a vitally
Yes.
important question here. Are y'all
gotta
gonna
drain them
take the
first.
time to render these deer?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Or are you gonna put the
Full deer.
unrendered deer carcass
Just chop them in the
holding?
bag.
Please.
Shove them in the bag. I'll process them later. No, we at least have to bleed them. We don't have to do
Yeah.
like the whole processing now. But fun fact, what
Yes.
you can do is you can get the bleeding ready and just lay them over the back of each horse so that they drain as you go. If
I-
you do, but that
Sure.
might attract more
I
predators.
mean, that seems like that
So-
seems like a blood trail.
Yeah, so we could just take the time to
Also,
to
I
hang
would,
them up
I would,
We
I
can-
would
we-
also,
quick.
I would, if you do that, require rolls for the horses because these are not
Absolutely.
your horses and they are not necessarily war horses.
These
That's
horses are like,
fair.
we're gonna put something dead on the back of you, and so they're gonna.
And be like, what
Train
did you
the-
just
train the
do?
deer
Get off of me.
here,
Get off
so
of
it's
me.
not a blood trail. And I wish I could just like squeeze
Squeeze every
To-
inch of blood.
to help that out, but that only works if it's like a singular limb, not a whole deer. So
Yeah.
I agree with Hawkeye. Can we at least field dress them?
yeah, to do a little field dressing.
Okay, so you're going to take the time to field dress them. Is the question here?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You are
I mean, we
all-
want to get there quickly,
We're
but it's a
safe.
long
It's
trip
clear.
anyway.
Yeah.
And
we have to
we don't know how
talk.
much
We don't
deer
want
is
to
going to
be
be
like,
when we're crossing those mountains. So
like we don't
there
want
is
to
Yeah.
be in
rations.
tired shape when we get there. So we're gonna
No,
Take it-
it's
take it.
entirely fair.
this is
and
rations for the whole trip.
you've got rations for a good bunch of this trip. And I'm going to assume with 4 of you and 4 deer, it's going to take a little bit, like a couple hours,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but you're
Yeah.
going to field dress these
Yep.
deer. All right, so you're
Yeah.
going to take the time to field dress these deer.
It breaks up the monotony of riding on the
It
horseback.
does. Yeah.
walk
Mhm.
around a little bit.
Stretch the legs. It's our lunch break.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So you're
essentially. I think
so-
so. Lunch break.
You're going to have a lunch break while you're field dressing deer.
Yeah.
Cool.
Field dress and then maybe roast up a little deer for lunch and then, be on our merry way.
Mm-hmm.
Deer
Okay.
skewers.
I think with the way that we continually rely on Ven for cooking, we need to get her the handy spice pouch.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
I have a
yeah.
spice value. I mean, that's what the bag of holdings for.
That's what it's just.
That's fair, but like it would decrease your costs
Yeah.
because you can get whatever spice you want just by putting your hand in there.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. While you're doing this, can I please have everyone make me a dex save at disadvantage?
Oh
Yep.
boy, this is gonna be unpleasant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
7.
Is it something I
Ooh,
can
6.
see coming?
No.
Okay.
Plus
14.
2.
16.
19.
19 plus 2 is 21.
No, mine's just 19. My
Oh.
plus 2's already in there.
Oh, you already built it in there. Okay, so 19, 16, 8, and 9.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody except Gunnar is going to fail. Unfortunately. Kind of.
Do they ruin part of the meat by hitting the organs that spoil everything?
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
They,
we
they
can-
don't
we
do
can-
that. That's not that's not unfortunately what's going to happen. That would be worse. Because they're going to just, giant fireball erupt around all of you.
Oh, so it's already roast.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Oh, nice.
it's going to help a little bit. Smoke a little bit. of the meat.
Blackened deer.
And I need
Cajun.
I
Hey.
I need to make sure I have this.
Not blackened deer. I was boudin, but close enough.
What I need a thing. Cool. So if you failed, you're going to take 35 fire damage.
Well.
If you passed, and which is just Gunnar at the moment, you're going to take half damage. How are Civ and Ven looking?
I mean, not
50 health. I'm above half.
still about half.
Okay, cool. I need
Big
everybody
singed.
to roll me a 1d100. As things erupt. Literally, with the sound of a fireball.
I'm number one. I'm number one.
Oh my god.
Oh, cool. So, no one... Oh, no, wait. Ursa, you're on fire.
That's fine.
You...
The axe from the back is like, this wouldn't be happening if you were holding me. You
The
wouldn't be
axe-
on fire.
The axe is not saying anything.
I know.
at
I'm
the
just
moment.
the old.
The axe.
But
is
in my
like-
mind, it is.
It's entirely possible. Like, I mean, maybe if you asked the axe, it might have opinions. But in the moment, you see a large number of
Oops.
figures
Sorry.
emerge from the
Collapse,
trees,
Collapse.
and
Oh, there,
oh, that's what's happening. Okay, hold on. That's what it didn't do. And proceed to come at you. The mage took their first attack, but now we're in. I need you all to roll me initiative, please.
Where am I? Is that me? That is me.
Ugh.
Cool. I'm just gonna split them evenly in half because I don't feel like doing complicated math.
Fair enough.
Right. Wait, hold on. Why won't it let me delete you? Alright, well, one of these is a 20. And then I'm going to just add... okay. And the other is a 6. And descending. Cool. Ursa, you get to go first. You
Yo.
are currently on fire.
Yes. Step 1, rage.
An important step.
I'd say step 2, stop, drop, and roll. But do I see anybody?
You can make me a perception check.
Sure.
They attacked you, so now, right, like,
Yeah. 22.
yeah, you can see all of the people coming at you. Oh no, you're not on that. My bad. I got you. I'll fix it. I realized that you guys are not on the right map. There you go. Now you're. Now you're on that map.
Ooh. I'll get myself by the red dot. So we know it's me.
Mhm.
Cool. Cool.
I
Yeah.
put you together based on your description of your movements.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say stop, drop, and roll, but
Mm-hmm.
I think people fighting would be more exciting. So I'm gonna got how much movement and shit tons. Great. I can get to almost anybody. Who looks magey? Mage-like?
They're, well, one.
Okay, just one. Wasn't sure
and
if they liked magey too.
They look not quite magey like the mage you met. They might be.
Okay.
They're wearing armor. Let's put it this way.
Okay, that's usually if you're not wearing armor, you're a barbarian or a magey type. So,
The people who are not wearing armor are 1
yeah,
and 2.
2,
the
3,
back
4,
here.
5, 6. Oh, can't quite get that far, so I guess I'll just get up in here. And then engage.
Yep.
Attack.
Which one? The one with the sword and shield, or the one with the lighter medium armor? Perhaps one might say.
Let's go for let's surprise old sword and board.
Mhm.
With an attack. And this is raging, so I have to add a damage. Let me just pop that on there real quick.
Mhm.
There we go. 17 hit.
17 will not hit.
Okay. Then we'll give one for each of them.
Mhm.
19 to hit her.
The one
Medium
behind you,
armor.
the redhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 19 will hit the individual.
For 19.
Yeah, she's not happy about that. That's bloody, and you can kind of see the crack across that leather armor that she's wearing.
Nice.
And now that you're up close and personal with her, you can see the big part, the kind of pike that she had behind her. So cool.
Nice.
But now it's the fighter side of theirs turn. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are going to attack you all. The sword and board who you ran up to hit is going to hit you at advantage because you put yourself in between.
It's fine.
With a great sword. So 17?
Oh,
wait,
is the number.
Hold on, 21, but it doesn't.
This.
17 is going to hit
Yeah.
you. Great sword. Where did I put that? 3d or 2d6. 6 plus 4. For reasons for 10 damage
Okay.
with the great sword. And then the lady with the big sharp stick is going to attempt to trip you.
She can try.
She can. 24 to hit.
24 will hit.
Okay. She forgoes damage to knock you prone.
Okay.
So you are now currently prone. I'm gonna put a little you
Yeah.
fell and you can't get up moment.
Oh. Yep.
Yep, you on the ground. Alright. These two are going to run up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's gonna come into range with you, and they're both going to shoot at Ven. Ven, does a 15 or a 12 hit you?
No.
I didn't think so somehow. And then this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's gonna take his action to get all the way up into with Gunnar and Civ. He's gonna dash because he can't quite get there. All right, but that's his action, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, half of them. There you go. Gunnar, you have a friend who isn't wearing any armor and seems to be very angry. And has a lot of very distinctive tattoos across their chest.
Anything that is indicative of one of the tribes?
You can roll me a history at advantage.
I like how you're being smart and I'm just like, ah!
Wait, I forgot. Dang it, why did I close my character sheet? Why do I always do this?
Same
Try to
reason
see the
I'm-
map, and then I close my character sheet to see it, and then I forget to open it. History at advantage. 11.
11 is okay. You needed in a 10. A couple of the symbols look familiar to you. They're definitely in the Frost language runes. So, you're not sure which particular tribes they are part of, but You know?
Okay. Speaking as a free action, correct?
Mhm.
I will announce who I am
Mhm.
and my noble lineage
Mhm.
and tell him to stand down. And then I will cast Shield of Faith,
Yep.
which now puts me at 24 for my AC.
Mhm.
And then I will act like he doesn't matter to me
Mhm.
because I gave him a command. And I will use my movement. If I can, oh, gotta switch. I was doing measurements earlier. And I move right up here. Now, does this spot also give me or give the two of us advantage? Or do I need to be here?
You would, if you put yourself, here's the thing, if you put yourself here, you would just cancel out the advantage for the other two, right? If you put yourself here, now you have advantage against Ursa, about the one in between you and Ursa.
Gotcha.
Does that,
I want to cancel the advantage.
okay, so then,
Basically, I'm trying to decrease the chances for my sister to get hit.
yep, but
so-
he's gonna try, but your friend who just came up into your face is
Oh,
gonna
of course.
swing at you first.
I expected that.
But a 15
He's a-
is not gonna hit you.
He's a barbarian. Of course he doesn't.
No.
Listen.
What are you saying?
How often do you listen to me?
Well, 50% of the time I listen every time.
There you go. Why would I expect a stranger to listen to me? Especially an ice barbarian.
Mhm.
And then I will go ahead and what's the guy to the north of me look like?
He's wearing lighter leathers, but he's also carrying two very large, was holding a bow that he fired at, Ven, but he has kind of shifted and pulled an axe in his offhand at the moment, kind of.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with Dreamsinger. Well, attempt to hit him with Dreamsinger.
Cool.
14.
14 is gonna miss, unfortunately. Could you please roll me a wisdom saving throw?
A wisdom saving throw. Okay. 22.
Cool, good to know. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I will swing at him again.
Mhm.
28.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna hit.
And 19 points, one of which is radiant from Dreamsinger. And I will tell them all, I will announce myself to them all and tell them to stand down.
Cool, good to know. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I know it won't do anything.
I mean, you could roll me an intimidation as a free bonus action.
I mean, it wouldn't be it would be persuasion.
That
I'm not
works,
trying
too.
to be intimidating. I am trying to convince them that this is not a fight they want to have.
You can roll that as well.
16. Oh, I wish I had advantage.
Yeah, you would have advantage on intimidation, not on persuasion.
Oh, no, totally.
Cool, good to know. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. At the moment, it does not look like they're retreating or responding to you in this instance. Civ. Unless there's anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Gunnar.
Oh, no, I used all my actions. Thank
Okay.
you.
Cool.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to second win, but I'll roll that after my turn. Just for timing. And I'm going to turn around. I'm going to swing at this asshole behind me. I'm going to swing on him twice. I'll just roll twice. And on the second attack, well, I'll just roll damage first one.
Both of them are going to hit.
Okay. And on the second one, when I hit them, I'm gonna hit them with menacing attack. So they need to make a DC 17. Oh, what the fuck? Just gonna hit it. A DC 17 Wisdom save, and they take an extra 5 damage no matter what. So they take 11 and 11, 18 damage in total.
Need to check one thing.
It's okay. Gives me a chance to roll my health.
Mhm. Mhm.
Ready.
Mhm.
Mm,
Yeah, that's what I
One.
thought. Cool. All right. He makes a wisdom saving throw.
Yep, 17 is the DC to
He rolls
beat.
an 11.
Frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
Cool. Cool. Good to know. Thank you.
And I will move
Oh, wait a
ahead.
minute.
Go ahead.
He can't be. That's what I thought. He can't be frightened.
Ah,
He's
What a bitch.
currently raging. He's currently raging. He can't be frightened.
Ah.
Sorry.
okay. No, that's fine. I will stay here then.
Yep. It was a very strong. But he's currently raging. He can't be mechanically threatened.
Mhm.
Cool. Ben.
All right. Ven will see these ones up further north, and Ven will kind of glow briefly, and they'll kind of like flow like water down them into the ground. But these luminous spirits will come out of the ground on top under these people. Should be 10 foot. It's a 10 foot radius should be able to hit this thing like right here. 10 foot, 10 foot, 10 foot, 10 foot.
Can you
right?
ping it again? Because it didn't. Oh, there. Oh, okay, there we go.
Yep, right here. I'll
So a
get rid of
10-foot
that.
radius should hit all three of them. Yeah.
Yep. So that's gonna be harried by these spirits. So that's gonna be confused. I'm casting confusion on them.
Cool. Do they make the save now or on their
I'm
turn?
trying to. I'll just put this in the. It's oh boy. When I cast a spell. So I guess it's now.
Okay, so when you cast the spell, so no, it's now. All right.
Okay.
So one, two,
wisdom
three.
save.
Wisdom save. 1. 2.
Mm-mm.
3. All of them fail.
Okay.
Horribly. All of them fail horribly is the answer. So confusion, I roll for their state of confusion on their turn.
Reaction must roll a 1d at the start of each of its turns.
Yeah, so
Okay, so
roll a 1d10 on the start of their turn, right?
yeah, on their turn, and it's I think we have this thing. It's not an area; it's just them.
Yeah.
Yep. So it'll just be them on their turn.
Yep. Okay. Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
Let me just double check something before I make my move. All right, cool. I'll kind of get on this side of Civ, and that'll be where we are. Still within range of everyone else. And that'll be my turn.
Okay.
Maybe just take that.
Okay. Your actions must do at the start of each person's behavior. Okay. Cool. So it is the start of their turn. So our 3 friends who are confused, which I'm going to go ahead and put like a little thingy on them so that they can be confuzzled. This one. They are in a spinning wheel. Alright, so first, this individual up here, who is a 5.
Nothing.
Creature doesn't move or take actions this turn. Good to know. This one, 7. Creature uses this action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within its reach. If there's no creature within its reach, the creature does nothing in its turn. Unfortunately, there's nobody within reach. They're too far apart.
We just
Um,
swing around, I guess. That's
yeah,
fine.
she
That's fine.
just
That's
like
all-
takes the
that's all-
staff in her hand and swings randomly above her head. And then the last one is a 10. They can move
Guess
and
you do.
act normally.
Yep.
This dude right here, he doesn't like you right now, Ven.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I need. Okay. I had it. Cool. He's just gonna be a shit and cast 4 magic missile at level 2 at you, which is 64. 18 magic missiles are going to hit you, or 6 magic missiles are going to hit you for 18 damage.
Okay.
As they just go at you.
Okay.
And confusion is a concentration spell, so I do need a concentration save.
16.
Yep. Ooh, you don't save. No, you do. No. Spell is... Oh, no, your 3rd level spell. Sorry, you're fine. I was like, spell level... No, damage is 18. Damage is 18. So you need to beat half the damage. And you're at 16, you're fine. Okay, I did math horribly wrong. That's on me for looking at an 11 and looking at a 16 and just doing math wrong. My bad. I'm sorry.
No worries. All right, we still have a bunch of them.
Huh?
Many of them. So many of them.
Yep, and 2 more are going to take their attacks. This guy is going to run up on Irsa, who is currently prone,
Oh,
Yep.
and swing his big frickin' axe at Ursa
Yep.
with advantage because
Yep.
you are prone.
Yep.
Wait, that's a D10, not a D20.
I'm like,
Sorry.
okay.
That is-
oh
that
boy,
is
that
correct.
was. I saw the green. Green. I'm like, no.
For 24 to hit you.
Absolutely.
Cool. He also has a big fucking... For 13 slashing
Okay.
damage, halved.
Yep.
And he's going to swing again. Also at advantage because you're
Yep.
16.
Nope.
Cool. Second one you kind of roll out of the way. This guy is going to come up here. And he can see Ven. And he can see Gunnar. And he's going to attempt to cast from his... As you see him, like, reach out a hand. And as he does so, this whip kind of appears and pulls out, and with extended cast he's going to cast Thorn Whip at Civ. Mess with your life as a sorcerer, because you can. And I need to know. Thorn Whip, and I believe it's just a spell cast because they haven't changed that. Cool. It's a 30 feet advantage, 30 feet attack, and I need to make an attack. 21 Civ.
Oh my god. Oof.
Yeah, that hits.
Cool. It's a Thorn Whip. And so it's 2d6. Oh, wait, hold on. Where's your weapon? Yeah, so 2d6, and you are moved 10 feet. you're moved 7 points of damage, and you're moved 10 feet this way towards our
Okay.
friend with the thorny whip. And that is all of that batch of attackers can do. Irsa, top of the round. You're prone.
Yes, I am prone. I'm gonna like kip up,
Mhm.
and then go for a swing, recklessly, because there's so many of them around me. It doesn't matter.
Mhm.
So I might as well get advantage too. I'll do this lady again because I already hit her once. You know, I'm gonna hit her twice. Try to hit her twice because she's already taken some damage. So if I could put somebody
She's
down,
the
that'd
one
be
that knocked
great.
you prone.
You know what? I feel very strongly about that. If you wanted me to lie down, you better be on top of me because I have to make things awkward. And I'm gonna
Exactly.
swing at her twice. I'm gonna hit on her, as you could say.
Mhm.
23,
Yep.
and then sorry, my roll 20 wigged out for a second. There we go. And then for 20,
Both of those will hit.
for 14 and 10.
You can see that you've done some serious damage. The armor is chipping away here at the moment.
Yeah.
It's now artfully sliced, so if we were in like an 80s, Red Sonja
Absolutely.
movie, they're,
Yes, that is how I slash armor. Absolutely, strategically.
How did I know?
Don't know. It's so wild and crazy.
Is there anything else you're doing on your turn, Ursa?
No, I'm very passionately raging right now,
Mhm.
and I did my 2 swings. That's all I'm gonna do. That's all I got.
Alright, so now it's our friend's turn. 1, 2 are going to make attacks on Ursa.
Yep. Go figure.
They both get advantage, so I'm going to roll 4 attacks and we're going to take the 2.
No. Yes. No.
Okay.
Mm.
Both of those are... One of these is 2d6 plus 4... Wait. That's only one... yeah. There's 11
All right.
slashing damage, and then the other is 1d8. Or no, excuse me, a d10 because it's two-handed weapon with the big stabby stick.
Yep.
Or, plus 2, so 5.
Cool.
This guy is next to your brother and is going to swing to stab at your brother with the axe that he's holding.
Yeah. That checks out.
For a 14 is not going to hit. And our dear friend with the big sword and board is also going to swing at Gunnar. But an 8 is not going to hit. This friend here is going to take a shot. Oh no, that's part of the other round. This friend is going to come up close on Civ after, come up close on Civ after that thorn whip pulled you. Just pulls you 10 feet closer. You are not prone, however, which is the important part. And is going to swing the giant axe that he has in his hand. An 18 to hit you, Civ.
Does not hit me. Get
And
fucked.
he's gonna do his second attack
Uh-oh.
because he's a raging barbarian.
Super
for
good.
an 8.
Yeah.
He's missing a lot, but he's swinging a lot.
Swinging. And I'm shaking the
He's-
thorn whip off of my ankle.
Enthusiasm.
Mhm.
I'm like, God damn it, get off of me.
Yep. That is all of them, and so it is now Gunnar's turn.
I will. He's going to just ignore the sword and board fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally, not even.
He
Look
probably
at
feels
them.
so ignored. I give him like one swing,
Just
and then
like,
it's like,
he hits you, and then you just turn your back on him. It's like,
yes.
And then I will swing at the axe guy. 21. I'm assuming that's good enough.
The 21 to swing at the axe guy in front of you
Yep.
who had a bow. Yes. That's perfectly fine. Sorry, you needed a 19.
14, 2 of which is radiant.
He's
Um,
not happy about that.
Yeah. Oh, with my bonus action, I'll activate the belt buckle. I
Okay.
forgot about that.
Mhm.
And then I'll swing again. 23.
Plus 4. Plus a d4.
Oh, yeah.
You will hit him with that, but I'm just letting you know that it does.
Super
again,
hit him.
It does affect my hit.
It does affect your
Roll.
hit.
Yep. And I will roll damage plus an additional 1d4 radiant. 1. So total of 6 radiant, 13 slashing for 19 total damage.
Oof. He is severely bleeding at this point, but he is also snarling at you.
Snarling.
Mhm.
Use your words. That's what I'll say to him.
Your sister's a barbarian, and even she uses her words during combat.
I know.
Yeah.
As you say
No, they're
that,
they're
could you-
awful.
I mean,
Pick up your
the enemies don't necessarily wish.
I don't want Yurtsa to use her words.
It's
during
confusing.
combat.
It's really confusing.
It really is.
Could
Yeah,
you roll
confusing
me a
on many levels.
perception check as you say use your words?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
17.
And that's just when we find out they're all
Cool.
jackal wares or something. Like they're
No, that would be cool though. I'm making a note for the future. Thanks, Lindy.
Hey,
Um,
Jackal Bears.
look,
Sweet.
they're human by day because they're cursed,
Nope.
but they're actually jackals.
No, as he kind of opens his mouth to snarl at you, you'll realize he has no tongue.
Oh, ow.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow, that's a
Hello.
great insult. I'm so proud of you, brother, right now.
Wow.
I will not
Ooh.
retract it.
I don't have to. I think it's fine that you don't.
He just gives you two middle fingers. He's like, I can't.
I mean, you could say hi without a tongue, so it's you can at least say hi.
Ew.
I mean,
Hi.
but he can't please a woman anymore, so that's his problem.
So obviously he's off of Yursa's dating list potentially.
That's standards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah, he's
cool.
gotta be really good in other ways to make up
Mhm.
for it. If I
Mhm.
don't think he'll live to prove that. But,
Probably
you know.
not.
Yeah.
Cool. I believe is that the end of your turn, sir?
Yes, that would
Okay.
be the end of my turn.
Then I believe it is Civ's turn. You have a very angry individual snarling in your face. He, however, does have his tongue. He's like kind of pulls the whole thing about licking his mouth around,
Should probably focus on that more than focus on fighting more than that, right?
I'm gonna hit him.
Fair. Fair.
Go ahead and just hit him.
Mhm.
Show him the proper way how to hit something, not just swing in the air.
Fucking got him. I am going to. I'm just trying to see if there was something else I wanted to do. Gonna hit him.
Jesus.
I don't know. I'm at disadvantage. That's a
you're 26.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
26. And with that 26, I'm also going to try to trip him. I'm gonna try and knock him down.
Mhm.
I know
And that's
he's
a-
strong.
Strength save, right?
Yes, strength save.
He has advantage.
You know, I could try.
You can.
My spell save is 17 information.
He
Ah,
rolls a
damn it.
20.
Almost. He still takes the damage though.
Yeah, he still takes the damage. He just isn't tripped.
So he takes 6 damage and then 8 damage. Oh, I could just hit that and it'll tell me information. Oh, I should just do that. He takes 14 for that first hit, and then a dirty 20 for another 7.
Okay, so 7 and 8. All right? Oh, 8 and 6
Oh,
is
I didn't-
14. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
And then
21.
the 7.
Yeah.
Cool. He is
and I
now
still have
bloodied,
my.
and as you see that, he kind
Uh-oh.
of like licks the blood off of himself.
Like, you don't have to show off too because you have a tongue. Like, that's just gross. And I go to hit
He
him again
also
because I
isn't
still have my
wearing a
bonus action.
shirt, and is kind of making awkward eye contact. You think that perhaps he might, just be kind of similar to Irsa, that
Oh no.
he's really into this
Oh,
fight.
no.
at the
Oh, he
moment.
should have fought me instead. We would have
Yeah,
had
I
like
know,
the
it's like-
most tension.
Mhm.
You chose the wrong guy, buddy. You should have.
Yeah, they could just
You
like
should have
met
gone with my
eyes
barbarian
and just
friend.
nodded and fought to the death.
Mhm.
But no.
Not if you fought to the death, but no.
But no.
You could have had something over there. This is just awkward between us. I would have swiped the other way.
Left. I googled it. It's left if
left.
you're not
You left.
interested. Right
Okay.
if you are.
Okay.
I would have swiped left on you, bud.
I did Google it. I was curious.
And I hit him again.
Kids
Does
use
a
that
17
slang
hit?
these days. Kind of stay
17
hip
will
and
hit.
relevant.
He takes another 9 damage.
Yeah, cool. He's kind of awkwardly into it.
I'm just grimacing as I'm hitting him. I'm not enjoying this.
You're like, so this is what it's like. So this is
Like,
what
so
it's like.
this is it. I don't envy the people we fight.
Hey, Ven.
Yeah.
What you doing?
You know what? Ven is going to help the party and just do mass cure wounds on everyone. We're gonna.
Oh,
Cool.
that's so nice of
I-
you.
All right, that little 5.
Way to go, Ben. Way to go, Ben.
16. Everyone
Ooh.
gets 16.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Higher. What did I roll? Oh,
Cool.
God. And that could be.
Are you gonna do anything else on your turn?
That is it. That's all I can do.
Cool. Now.
Actually, wait. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna use my. I'm gonna go over here now. Let's go over here.
Okay.
Actually, right there. There we go. That's.
Cool.
No, it's right there. There we go. I just saw this guy right up here. I'm like, maybe not.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, those 3 are still confused. They.
Yep.
I
You have
mean-
to roll a d10.
Yep.
Yep. So first they roll. We're gonna start with them. 1d10 for this guy at the top. Excuse me, lady at the top. 7.
Evan, she got hit someone, but there's no one to hit.
Yeah. Exactly. They can't do anything because they're too far apart. And then a 7. Again, they're just swinging wildly, although they're. And then an 8.
Same thing.
They're just swinging wild, like
Just-
all just like it's a mini tornado over there, but they can't move or do anything else. So this guy with a bow is gonna shoot at, excuse me, Ven.
Cool. Yeah.
For a 16,
No, misses.
and a second shot for a 9 is going
Also
to miss.
misses.
But this friend up here is gonna try and do the same thing to Civ again. Because,
just-
why not?
that's
It
just-
worked once.
That's just drawing her closer to her friends. I don't know what this is.
It's almost like their pipe might,
Yeah. If someone wasn't like swinging at each other,
Mm-hmm. But a 6 is not going to hit Ven.
No.
Cool.
Oh, also those they can make that save at the end of
They
their
can make
turn.
the save at the end of their turn, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's going to then slide over here as he misses. And these 3 are all going to. It's a wisdom save, right?
Huh?
It's a wisdom
one?
save against confusion?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Nope.
I'm assuming the 15 fails.
15 fails.
6 fails. 22!
Okay, this guy right here.
Yeah,
enemy.
this guy at the bottom.
Enemy.
He is no longer confused. He was also the guy who kind of overcame the confusion the first round, so
Yeah.
thematic. Cool. It's the end of his turn, though. Irsa,
Yes.
you have friends who are
Yeah.
not very friendly.
No. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna hit on her again for 1, and then I'll see how I feel after I do a little swing. Reckless. 24.
24 is
15.
going to
Okay,
hit.
I gotta look at something now.
And I'm giving her like the eyes, like he.
Are you attempting seduction at the same time? I need to know so that we can have you roll that persuasion.
Absolutely. I'm always. Let's be real. Almost always.
I'm sorry, I just
Um,
misstated. It's the redhead or the sword and board?
The redhead girl. We're ignoring Sword and Board. He's on the ignore list.
Fair. I understand
How
it.
like you go to whatever underworld he gets like, how'd you die? Everyone ignored me.
We won't
Bro-
ignore
brother
you.
and sister are out here bullying people in
we
combat.
sure are.
Cool. All right,
Um,
roll me a persuasion.
uh,
13.
Yeah.
You know.
You know.
Yeah,
it's-
I mean-
could be worse. Could be better.
Worse.
And I'm gonna go. How healthy is she looking? No.
I mean, she's very bloody.
Cool. I'll try to do a non-lethal attack then to try to knock her out because we might want to talk to one of these guys, and she's kind of hot.
Mhm.
You know.
We just can't keep your favorites around. No,
So 27,
It's gonna hit.
8. So I rolled a 1. The dice are non-lethal. Do we want to? Does that mean minimum damage?
If you declared for non-lethal, it means if you did it, she's.
I
not
know, I
officially
know.
unconscious, but-
I'm just saying that the dice are like, oh, did we hear? We're
Yeah.
holding back.
Oh yeah, the dice. Sorry,
Minimum
I
damage?
misheard you.
Yeah,
I
no, the
misheard
dice
you.
oh, the
are
dice.
the dice are playing now.
So she is.
Oh, but that
unconscious.
does that does knock her out. Oh, good.
All right, so.
Dice were like, we heard you wanted to hold back. I'll
Yep.
knock her out. And then I'll turn the next one
Mhm.
and look at him like 7 out of 10, maybe. We'll find out.
Mhm.
She's an 8.5. And I point to the ground.
Mhm.
That's it. That's my last.
Cool.
Yeah.
She's unconscious. This guy is in your face. This guy is in your face, and so they're all going to swing at you.
Yeah.
Well,
I tried to grab their attention, but
one
they
of
seem to
them-
like
oh,
you a lot
But you're
better.
ignoring a bunch of people too. You know, you're being rude.
Yeah, bullying by ignoring.
We're
Absolutely.
bullying just this guy in particular.
So
just
a
him. Everyone else can have attention.
So, the angry individual in
Mhm.
front of you swings for a 16.
That will not hit me, shockingly. Oh wait, no. You need advantage because I
Oh,
was
yeah.
reckless.
So a 12 that's gonna be
No,
it.
shockingly he misses.
For a 17 on the second attack.
17 is what you need. It meets it,
Oh.
it. Yeah. I'm a barbarian. I have 17 armor. I don't wear things.
Don't have.
For an 8 slashing damage to you.
Okay.
Um.
Just a yo-yo.
Uh-huh. Cool. And this guy with the axe realizes some stuff and is not going to swing at the heavily plate armored individual that he missed multiple times before, and instead is going to swing at Ursa for a 22 to
Careful,
hit.
sister. He doesn't have a
Yep.
tongue. He's not your type.
Ew. I
Fair.
hate fighting, not my type.
All right, so first attack is going to hit, and the second attack is going to hit.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
just gonna roll 8.
I expect most things to hit me most of the time.
12 plus 2 plus 2 is 4 plus. Sorry, 12 plus 4 is 16.
16, cool.
16 slashing damage from
Yeah.
his axe, and then Sword and Board is pissed of being ignored. Hi, Gunnar.
I've been ignoring him for a while, so maybe he's gonna pay. He's like, maybe he will pay attention to me, my fellow armored person.
Uh huh.
He's gonna be really upset when no one pays him any attention.
That's.
I think we
probably
should save
true.
him for absolute last. Like every other person on this field needs to
crit.
go down.
Crit,
Which doesn't crit, but does hit.
but does
Because
hit.
I'm wearing adamantine.
And
Nice.
you have a.
Gunnar's lot in life is to frustrate people in combat.
Mhm.
Same, but like in a different way.
Cool. I do, however, need you to make a Constitution saving throw as you take 12 slashing damage.
18.
Cool. You're going to take half of this. So 6 poison damage, and you are not poisoned.
Okay. And that's 12. What kind of damage?
Slashing.
Gotcha. So I will subtract 3. And that puts me at 13 damage.
Mhm.
I will giggle and then look at the axe person again.
Cool. I think. Wait. Oh, no. Our friend down here, who is all up close and personal with Civ, is going to swing at Civ for an 11 and a 15.
No. I'm just very much grimacing as I'm like avoiding the attacks.
Yeah, this individual, by
no.
the way, is significantly taller than you.
Yeah. It makes it easy to dodge
Hmm. That's fair.
You might be heightest.
and like avoid the eye contact. Just like I'm looking to the sides, really off into the distance. Behind me, seeing what my friends are doing, looking at Ben, like.
Just like really, just like giving like disapproving looks about this guy. It's like
Yep,
Yeah.
that's fair.
No.
That is indeed
It's
fair.
like, it's almost like when you're at a bar and like someone's hitting on you that you
Yeah.
really don't want to be hitting on you, and you're
Mhm.
like trying to like signal to your friend, like, please save me.
Mm-hmm.
Except you look at
it's
me
kinda-
and I'm also hitting on people that don't really want to be hit on because we're in combat and you're like, oh no, it's happening all around me.
Yeah. And it's not like asking for help, but just like a general, like, I hate that I'm here kind of look at Ven.
Gunnar.
Oh, it's my turn again.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Axe boy. 24.
24 is going to hit.
Mhm.
And that's 24 plus.
Doesn't
Oh,
matter,
boy.
he's dead.
Nice.
Uh,
So 20 points of damage.
Could you roll me a d8, please?
Sure. 7.
Thank you. Good to know. He's dead.
And then I will do. Ooh, hold on a second. I'm going to take the attack of opportunity and I'm going to move up against the guy. the
So you could
barbarian.
technically stand on the corpse because it's no, he's an item now and not a person, so you can occupy the same
Oh,
space
can I?
and not take an attack. Yeah.
Sweet. Well, then I'll move up and hit the other guy,
Mm-hmm.
He also looks
completely
incredibly sick.
ignoring the sword and
Yeah.
board.
It does look cool.
As what I was about to say, is the exact same thing. 26. Yep.
But this sort of board guy. So neglected.
For 22 points of damage, 10 of which is radiant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Cool.
anything else I want to
He.
do?
This is the
Nope.
first time he's been hit.
Yeah. I was focusing on the
And-
redhead.
You see that the damage occurs, but not as much as you're expecting.
Oh, yeah, he's a barbarian. I understand how this goes.
He's not a barbarian.
Oh, he's not? Oh, interesting. Now he piques my interest.
He's still more interesting than the soul sorted board back there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bless.
Fighters getting disrespected all across Greyhawk.
Why other fight?
Yeah.
Fighters. what
No,
do you
it's not
expect?
just fighters. It's just this guy. Just this
Oh, just
guy in
because you're a
particular.
pal and think you're so much better than everyone else.
No, just you.
Just this guy.
It's
Not 'cause you're a fighter.
No, it's not all fighters. It's entirely personal. It's all about you.
It's just you. Yeah.
Like my whole attitude is please take this personal.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's definitely what I'm going for. So
Okay,
I
so
appreciate
that's
And
that.
yours'
One hit.
attitude is, I'd like to take this, personally.
The other two are just like, we just, we just want
make
this
this
over.
personal. is Yursa's attitude.
Oh, I played Dota matches like half of you are like
All right, do
super
you have
aggro, and
another
everyone else is
attack,
like, I'm just
sir?
here to have fun. I don't know what's up.
Sorry.
Do you have another attack, sir?
No, I'm done.
Oh yes, because you killed one and then.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Killed one, stepped on his body, and hit the
Shit,
other.
God damn it.
Crunch, and now your boots are a little wet. Civ, you're gonna want to clean that really well. I'm just saying.
Oh, and our major
Hi.
prestidigitation is gone. Shit. I'm gonna have to actually clean this.
You're gonna have to wash your own
It's a good thing we're
clothes.
like just chilling out here. I'm gonna keep whacking this dude in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love for you to whack it,
Oof.
honestly.
But in that one,
You would.
could you? I need you to roll me
20.
a d6, please, for that nat one.
Please don't let it hit sword and board, is what I'm saying. Because, like,
6.
he
Cool,
needs
you-
to not
you
have
don't-
any attention.
You don't drop the weapon.
Ah.
That was it.
It would be
The
fine.
15 is not going to hit, but the 28 will.
Okie dokie artichoke. Then I shall. I just hit him.
Mhm.
For 7 damage.
Cool.
And that is my turn.
Cool. Then.
All right, you know what? This guy is really close. I don't like him being that close, and he's being real creepy. So I'm gonna do Toll the Dead on this fella. Let's make a wisdom save.
It's not. Okay, yeah. I feel so bad for this poor barbarian.
He made it weird. It's not.
He,
I don't
well,
feel
yeah,
bad at
that's
all.
fair. That's-
It would have
He
been
rolled a
interesting if he
2.
had fought Yrsa.
Okay, yeah. Okay, this is gonna be.
Because I don't think Yrsa's ever fought anyone
It's a
like
D-
her before.
It's a D10 or a D12. No, it's a D12 because he's already been injured.
2d12. So let me just double check. Let me just write.
Yep.
Why I put 2d12.
Absolutely.
2d12 plus my spell damage.
Mm-hmm.
Dum.
13 points of damage.
Boom.
Necrotic damage.
Yep. Which is not halved.
Nope.
Cool. All right. So anything else you'd like to do as the toll for this bell rings out across the battlefield?
You know what? It's gonna have a razor sharp glowing disc right next to him. I'm gonna get attacked as well.
Okay. Cool.
I roll this time. It's me.
It's
Yep.
you.
It's you.
20.
A
Nice.
20 will hit.
It's gonna be half, but like that's fine.
Mm.
10. Oh, it's force damage.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know if
force
that's
damage.
like.
It's not halved. I was
Yeah.
like,
11 points of force damage.
yep. You can as the bell rings and the force hits out. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I'm good. I'm good.
Cool. Okay, so first of all, these two that are still confused are going to
Yeah, the confused ones still need
roll
to.
the confusion. Confusion die. An 8, they're swinging and
They still
missing.
swing.
And swinging
Another 8
and missing.
Missing.
But
Okay.
this guy!
This asshole. This one.
Yeah, he's kind of pissed at
I
you.
feel the same way for you guys with the other ones. With this one is.
Yeah, this guy
Fuck this
this
one.
guy is kind of pissed at your entire existence. I'm
Yeah, you
just
know what?
saying.
Fine.
Um,
We didn't have to do this. We didn't have to be here doing this.
can I get you to make a dex save, please?
11.
You are going to fail and take all of this as he's like, fuck you, and the horse you rid on. I cast Fireball on you.
Good.
But he's going to
Alright.
cast it, so
Alright.
it's
Man.
37 points of fire damage on you.
Let me just. What do I have? All right, I'm down.
Oof. Sorry. Oh, so you're now unconscious, which means these two are no longer confused.
Yep.
Because of concentration. You are unconscious, however, so we'll put the little, there you go. And he's then going to shift himself over here. And that's what he's going to do on his turn, because the world says fireball. This guy sees you go down and is going to shoot at Civ instead with an arrow. This 12 is not going to hit Civ. And a 23?
That does it.
Cool. This is not normal. This is not a normal arrow. There's a reason why. Oh, hold on. It's 10 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
It's poison, you have advantage.
She also has something else.
True. I'm gonna use my Indomitable to reroll that, because it literally could not be worse.
And you have
At
advantage
13.
anyways.
So you've advantage, so you have to use your Indomitable because you're a dwarf.
Yeah, you're a dwarf. You have advantage, so you wouldn't have to use your Indomitable. You would just
All right.
roll it.
Well, I mean, that's a 13.
13. 13 unfortunately misses by 2. So. You take 14 points of poison damage. And you are poisoned at the moment.
You also take half the poison damage.
Yeah, because you're a dwarf, so you take half poison of that 14, so you're only taking 7, but you are currently poisoned. And this guy, our friend with the thorn whip, is going to cast it again at Gunnar this time. But 13 is going to miss. And he's going to cast shout out and cast Healing Word on his buddy who's up into melee with you. And just do 2d4 plus 4. 9. You see little cuts start to heal, and you all hear the deafening silence fall upon a battlefield. An unnatural silence.
Oh, I hate that. How can I make it weird if they can't hear me?
And you can't hear yourself.
Which makes yours a little mad. I
But that's
love
where we're
hearing
gonna
myself.
take the break for the evening, everybody. When we come back, we'll see how things are going. And maybe if Ven survives this. Who knows? I'm having fun. Are we all having fun still? Anyways, we'll find out. We'll come back in a little bit. It'll be fine. See you in a little bit, everybody. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We hope you're refreshed, you stretched, you bioed, you did all of the important things, and you got to 10 reposts, which means that the players get a gift. And I am a kind and benevolent GM, so you'll get 2 gifts at this moment. Gift number 1, death saves will be at advantage. Gift number 2, all healing will have a +2 to any healing, regardless. But
What was the first one? I missed writing it down.
all death
That's
saves are at advantage.
Cool.
For the rest of the session.
Oh, very thematic.
Look, I have a list, I have a chart, and I roll on it, and I
Yeah.
can't make this stuff up. Irsa,
Yes.
we're diving
Josiah.
back in. Ven is down. Civ is not looking so great. There's a big, scary barbarian in front of him, of her, them. And there is the sword and board behind you, your brother standing on the dead body, and this other guy who just got healed and is carrying a big, sharp axe and swinging at your face.
Yeah.
And then a whole bunch of other people around, and the
Who aren't
unconscious
even
redhead.
injured yet. And these people, Vilnar did some things like they should be listening to us. Maybe they're an offshoot of the Schnei or something. So I'm gonna pull out the big guns. I think because I think we're pretty outnumbered, and Yrsa does not want to fall unconscious after hearing that she got possessed last time. And our healer's down, so I'm gonna, instead of swinging my axe, I'm gonna reach down, I'm gonna blow into a horn because it doesn't have to make noise, I just have to put air into it. And I will blow on my brass horn of Valhalla,
Mm-hmm.
and I will summon 3d4 plus 3 berserkers.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you're gonna summon
Yep.
3d4 plus. I am going to state
Yeah.
they're on you.
Sure. Let's see how many berserkers. Oh, good, 10.
10
Oh, Jesus.
berserkers. Isn't
Nice.
it great that I have something for this? It did.
A lot of berserkers.
I also have their stats up as well.
Cool.
So-
Good. That's good. All right, I'm going. Berserker. I had one. Where are you?
I can't use it for a week, but I figure we'll be traveling for a bit before we get to the orc camp anyway, so, you know.
It's a good
Cool.
time. It's good timing. We were outnumbered 9-4.
We were outnumbered 9-4, and they did not seem to be falling very quickly, and they
There
seemed
you
to
go. Where do
think
they, where do
highly
they
of
merge?
themselves. Let's say they'll emerge. So it has to be around me, as you said. So, I guess the squares around me. Just,
How many are we doing?
I get 10.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. You
Cool.
have 10 berserkers.
Cool. Could you- if
do
it wouldn't
they
be too
take
much
an
trouble-
action on their turn as they
Let's
emerge,
see.
or do they wait and have to enter or initiative? I don't remember.
They're friendly to me. It just says they appear within 60 feet of you.
Mm-hmm.
They use the statistics of a berserker. They return to the hall after 1 hour when they drop to 0 hit points. It doesn't say, so I assume maybe they get their own initiative, but we can make it easy and say they go on my initiative, if that helps.
I think we can make it easy and say they go on your initiative, or you're in control of them, so we can just we can add them into the initiative order if you want, or they
Sure.
can go on your initiative, whichever is easier for you.
It'd probably be easier to keep track of if they are on mine, and I can just go roll a bunch of dice, copy, paste.
There you go. Go for it.
So they're all summoned, and then they're going to attack not this guy. They're going to attack.
I was gonna say, don't let them attack the sword and board.
They get. Let's see. They've got decent movement, 30 feet of movement. They're gonna spread out a little. I can't control the tokens.
Okay, so where do you want them?
I guess. On this hooded guy, let's put like 2.
Yep.
On this guy, let's put like 2. On this guy, let's put 2.
Yep.
We have 3 left. I think
Wait, that
Siv's
doesn't make
got
sense.
it.
4, 2, 4, 6, 8.
I need one more.
Yeah, we need one more. I was like, we're short a barbarian.
Short one. And then
Berserker.
send, see, 5, 10, yeah, 2 on him. 5, 10, 15. Oh, and 2 on her. They can reach.
Cool.
We'll just summon them within.
Yeah.
They also
Right.
had an additional. They also had an additional 10 feet when they were within my range, because
Oh,
of
nice.
the aura of alacrity. So
Cool. All right. Roll 10 attacks.
Okay. Yeah, thankfully, they only get 1 attack per turn. But they are gonna do it recklessly. No, I'll keep it simple this round. We'll have them be. They won't get reckless yet. Okay, so we'll just go, starting from right to left. These 2 on the right, far right. 23 and 16.
So he's gonna cast shield, and they will miss.
Okay, the one on Mage Lady. 17 and 22.
What is her AC? She's also going to cast shield, and 1 will miss, but the 22 will hit.
Okay. So she will take 13 points of damage. And then we'll do the 2 that are above me on that guy. 13 and 23.
Up here.
Yeah.
The 13 is going to miss, the 23 will hit. So,
Yep. So 7 points of damage. And
Cool.
then we'll go on for the 2 on Baldy up there.
yep, him.
Yeah, the 15 probably won't hit.
Nope, neither of those will hit.
And then little cloak guy at the bottom.
Mhm.
19 and 8.
The 19 will hit.
For 11.
So that's the first time you hit him. Oh, cool. All right.
Yep.
And blowing
Yep.
the horn is an action, correct?
That's all I do.
Yep. Okay, just making sure.
That's
So-
all I need to do on this turn. Let's
Yeah.
be real.
Yep. That's fair. But now it's their turn. So
They just got a whole lot more opponents.
They did get a whole lot more opponents, and these 2 are no longer confused. So this one is going to come around over here and swing a short sword, like a few times. 1, 2, 21 and a 23 at our stabby friends.
Oh yeah. They have a 13 armor class. It's not a lot.
Cool. She's gonna... Wait, hold on. I forgot a minute. I forgot him.
Also gives our baddies something else to do than us.
Phrasing.
you don't want them doing you anymore? What?
You're so wet.
Where's the Yersa I know? Have you been
You're so
possessed
wet.
again?
Lindy's like, maybe we should give them something else to occupy their attention. Now that some of them aren't confused anymore.
D6. Okay, so 1d6 and then 6d6. So 1d6 plus 4 is 10 stabbing damage, and then it is, I want to make sure I do this right, because I need to make sure the progression is correct in my head. Do, 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 do. Okay. 4d6. Cool. Plus 4d6. Because, you know, stabby, stabby rogue. So that's an additional 16 points of damage. So 26 points of damage to this guy here.
All right.
On the first attack, and then the second attack is just 6 plus 4, another 6 points of damage on the second, the second attack. Cool. This mage is like, fuck this shit, and is gonna Misty Step the fuck out over here.
Boop.
Boop. Out of the way. That's her turn. And this guy is going to cast.
There we go. Just keeping track.
Yeah, thank you. He's going to cast. Do 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 do. They need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Berserker, Consiv. Cool. 19.
All right, they are going to take half damage.
Which one?
Actually, both of them need to take it.
Which
Need to make
two?
The one on this guy over here.
Okay, both of them
Yeah,
need to
both-
make that save.
Yeah,
Okay.
need to make the save. So if
13.
one fails, one succeeds. This guy is going to succeed. He's going to take half damage of 8. This guy is
Sure.
going to take full damage of 8, and he's going to get shoved back 15 feet. Because Thunder Wave is loud.
Uh-huh. Yep, it is loud.
10 feet, sorry. Not 15. Cool. But that's one of them away. That's 1, 2, 3. And then these two. This guy, Sword and Board, is kind of pissed now. And
I purposefully did ignore him. But he can't even say how upset he is because we're silenced.
yep, everybody is silenced. You don't need to make a sound. You just need to put your mouth on the thing, which is why it works. But everybody is silenced.
Which is great.
so-
I made sure to read it. I was like, doesn't have... Okay, great. I just have to put air into it. Awesome. Perfect. That works out real well.
14. Or you're attacked recklessly last time. No, not this round. You blew the thing, so it's
Yep.
not. So
Normal
first
straight
is
attack.
14, doesn't hit you, and a 10 doesn't hit
Nope.
you. And
Nope.
they're going to spend an action surge to try and hit you again.
Nope.
Fuck this. Nothing.
Is that the sword and board guy?
Yeah.
He knew. I looked at him when I blew the horn. I just wanted to make that clear. Like, I turned around and was like making direct eye contact, and everybody else popped in, but nobody for him.
All right.
And then I turned back around.
So
Just
our
to
our
make it
friend
more
who-
personal.
Our friend is going to make some attacks here.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. All right. So first
Makes
attack
sense.
is wait, that was not.
Oh
one.
no.
First attack is on the Berserker to the north for 23.
Yeah, that
Second
hit.
attack is the 19 to the east.
Yeah, that hit.
And a 12 is not
That'll
going to
miss
hit
me.
Ursa. Da 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 da. So 12 on the first hit, 12 on the second hit. That's them. Yes, that's everybody. All right. Oh, I did. That's all of them. All right. Gunnar.
You're muted.
We cannot
I-
hear your witty
I
repertoire.
couldn't find the button. All right.
Button, who's got the button?
Yeah, exactly. Gunnar will start with a brotherly punch to his sister. No, I'm just going to do a healing word as I start to move away. Or
Mhm.
no, I'm that close. Why don't I do a cure wounds? It's better. I'll do that because I'm that close. So yeah, brotherly punch, and I'll do cure wounds at level 2.
Don't forget add your +2.
And
Super
add my
fun.
+2. So 17 points.
Awesome.
And at that point, I will use my movement, my full movement,
Look as healthy as the freshly summoned berserkers.
to go all the way down to where Ven is. And yes, I know I take an attack of opportunity.
Yep. You do. From 2
I-
actually attacks of opportunity.
Yep. That's perfectly fine.
15 is going to miss, and the 20 is going to miss.
That they will. And then
That's
when I
why
get to-
he's like, that's fine. They can try.
And then when I get to Ven, I'm going to lay on hands for 35 points. I do not kiss and make it better. That is specifically a Yrsa thing.
That's
But
fair.
yes, I do give Van 35 points plus 2, I guess, 37 points because it's technically healing.
All right.
Yep.
And
Cool.
that will be my turn.
Alrighty. Civ. You are currently poisoned.
That's okay. I don't know what that means, so he can't stop me. I'm gonna-
Specifically, you have disadvantage on all attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay. I mean, there's not much I can do about it anyway, so like,
Mhm.
what does it truly matter to me? I'm going to try to hit this guy once more.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
24, 11, and a 16.
Why? Oh, yeah,
Um,
because you're at disadvantage. Yep.
Mhm.
So the 24 will hit, the 11 will hit not, and the 16 will not.
All right. I am going to attempt to trip the guy again. So DC 17 strength save.
Which he has advantage on.
And he takes 12 damage.
He crits.
That's fine. I just wanted a damage die. I don't really care if he falls or not. That's 12 damage. And that's my turn.
Yep. Cool. Thank you. That is your turn. Then you are conscious.
Okay. Oof.
Hey, Ven, do you have that sword on you?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I need you and Gunnar to make a wisdom saving throw.
Plus 2 for you. 20.
31.
You totally didn't need it.
Cool.
It's good to have.
I need to do a thing. Cool. I need everyone to make except Gunnar and Ven to make a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage,
Okay.
including all of my guys.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh
Sorry.
boy.
All
That's a lot of
Oh,
dice.
boy, that's gonna...
17. That's better than I
That's
expected
pretty good.
for me.
That's 17.
And then I gotta roll for my barbarians. So They're
At
not particularly
disadvantage, right?
wise. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh no! Oh no! There's
I'm
a
just
lot
gonna
of
wait
low
for you
numbers.
to roll all of yours.
Mm-hmm.
I'll wait for you to roll and make notes, and then I'll roll and make notes.
Cool. Okay.
Okay.
Every single one of
That's
them
a lot of
failed
nuts.
except this
A
guy.
lot of numbers.
Literally the only one who succeeded, which I find ironic for a variety of reasons.
Just
Here's
can't explain
barbarians.
certain things.
Gonna do it like this because it's at disadvantage now.
Mhm.
17. I don't know what the DC is, but
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you in a second.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There. That's all 10 of them.
Everybody who got below a 22 fails.
Ouch. So everybody fails.
Uh-huh.
Except
for
which guy?
For us,
except for this one.
and him,
And
the three of us.
yeah.
yep.
Oh no!
And everyone else on the field is immediately asleep.
Except for me, because I'm an elf and I'm immune to magical sleep.
This is not, but it is, and it does affect you.
So it's not magical?
It's an effect.
But is it magical?
But it's not a spell, it's an effect, and
It's magical sleep.
Yeah, I know, but it's technically, it says specifically that it includes elves.
Okay, if it includes elves, then yeah, then,
Yes,
then that's
It
a
does.
thing.
It is an effect. It does include elves. It is an effect that you will
Because
find out about. in a
there's
second.
effects that don't include elves that are also magical.
This is true. This is very true, and it includes.
You get to sleep for the first time.
You get.
I know, right?
It's,
Ever.
It's going to be very meditative.
It'd
but
be like, no, this
ev-
sucks. It's bad.
But you will see Ven and Gunnar as the silence falls. You will see everybody. Hold on, I didn't want to do that. Hold on. I'm moving him out of the way for a second to make my life easier. And then I'm gonna put him back. But it's a layer issue. Everybody else, including Civ and the Barbarian down here, because even the Barbarian had problems. Everyone else, listen, everybody here is now asleep. This guy, who was standing here and was fighting all of you, sees this happen, turns, and makes laser eye focus with both Ven and Gunnar. Curses briefly, but you know he curses in the Frost dialect, and crushes something in his hand and immediately teleports away.
Coward.
Then
I yell after him. He can't hear it.
Greenswath and Dreamsinger are glowing. In tandem.
Where are they, like, physically now?
So you were unconscious, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gunnar cast Lay on Hands on them. They have the sword. Gunnar has Dreamsinger out. The swords are glowing. And this guy GTFOs. Everyone else is asleep. It looks very odd on Ursa.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying asleep, but on Ursa it looks like unconsciousness. Right? Let's go with that.
Then it's gonna kind of look extremely seriously at Gunnar and just Incredible Will wants its duty done.
Huh?
The swords.
Yeah, what about him? I mean, they activated. I get it.
And I have fallen in battle before. But this is new. This is... The swords merely do not just act as tools to get us there. I think they intend to make sure that we get to where they want to go.
I'm good with that.
Are you? This doesn't concern you.
What doesn't concern me?
This whole thing.
Of course it concerns me. These blades are of my lineage.
And that does not give you pause.
No.
Then, with your earlier Arcana roll, it is less to say, you begin to think that it is less to say that the blades, while the blades do desire to be rebonded, this action is not necessarily about the blades wanting something, and merely about the blades' abilities when they are near each other.
Wait. Is this something where it's not necessarily the blades, but something that can transmit through the blades?
No, it's an ability of the blades when they come together.
Mm-hmm.
They transcend their, and you're pretty sure, based on that earlier Arcana check, that other abilities will be revealed the more blades you have.
Mm-hmm.
And perhaps in different combinations.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should take advantage of this situation, though, and talk about it later.
Wake up, Yrsa and Civ.
Yeah, I'll go north. Civ looked a little green when I walked past him, but
Take care of Yrsa and Shake. Are you gonna go to Yrsa? You're gonna go to Yrsa?
I'm gonna go to Yrsa. Yeah.
Okay, I'll shake Civ. Wake.
You're shaking her awake. You can wake her in a normal, it's just like a normal sleep. It's not like spelled sleep where you'd have to do damage to them. It is you can shake them awake.
I still flick Yrsa right between the eyes, like a good brother would.
That's just a sibling
Right.
thing, you know. So Yrsa, you are
Wakey,
now
wakey.
back to being conscious. And Civ is awake.
The fuck was that?
Our swords got feisty.
And so everyone's unconscious?
Yeah, let's tie them up real quick, and then, except for the ones that don't deserve it. Like that
let me
fucker with
get
the
help tying
fireballs
them
over
us up.
there.
And I'll go wake up all my my berserkers.
Okay.
Are you going to coup de grace anyone on this field?
The dude with the fireball fetish.
The dude
further
with the
up?
fireball fetish. Yeah,
Fuck that dude
That's
in
not a-
particular.
yeah, that's fine. Yours is okay with this.
Yeah, I'll
You mean
But
this
I
guy
will
over here?
say, everybody that Yrsa ties up, it's all kinky knots. It's
Shibari.
all
It's all
yeah,
shibari.
absolutely. It's all shibari. There's no. I have silk rope, multiple packs of silk rope for a reason.
Well, that's good to know. Don't
Yeah.
ask why there are shackles in my inventory, but
Yeah, so all the barbarians, all the berserkers will help tie everybody up and hold them down.
Okay, so you
Because they're here for an hour. They might as well help.
Yep. So
They're also going to start processing those deer.
It's like, oh no,
They might as well.
oh no, oh no, the restaurant worker. Oh, what? They were like,
All the way down from Valhalla
Giants.
just for
Yeah.
this.
I mean, to be fair,
Dude,
might
they got
not
a
be
big battle,
they
and
might
now
not-
they get venison.
Yeah, they might be okay with it.
okay, if we give, yeah, so it's just like,
If we had beer,
have
they would
4
be
deer.
happier. But
yeah,
that's
we have
about
4
it.
deer worth. They can take 1 whole deer between them. I mean, a deer
Yeah.
feeds a lot of people. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And these are not small deer.
No, so they're going to help process. They're going to make 10 berserkers who's going to make processing these deer a whole lot faster. We're going to have jerky, we're going to have steaks. We're going to have, like, roast cuts. It's going to be like butcher's cuts. I'm very excited now.
Civ, can you make me a Constitution saving throw?
I sure can. As soon as this character sheet opens, there we go. At disadvantage or normal?
Normal. You have advantage because you're a dwarf.
Oh, okay. A 12.
You're okay.
So
Okay.
do I need to kiss and make it better?
I think I'm good. I'm good. Thank you very
Alright.
much, though.
Mm,
Mhm,
mhm, mhm.
mhm.
All right, so
All right, then.
everybody else is tied up except for the dead body, and the other guy with fireballs that you killed.
Mhm.
And the other dude who Ven and Gunnar saw crush a stone in his hand and teleport away.
Fucking coward.
Oh, and I would like to make it clear that Swordenborg is the last one tied up.
hmm.
Oh no, she's in
Specifically.
shackles.
Oh, he's the one in shackles. He's the
Yeah.
only one who didn't get rope and Shibari. He's nice. We got to keep it up, and he's sitting away from everybody else.
Shame.
Mm-hmm. mm-hmm.
When this guy conflicts before his death. Damn.
I was so tempted to say we shouldn't tie him up at all, just so that he feels even more insulted and ignored. Like he wakes up and all his friends are tied up, and he's not, and we're not even paying attention to
I'm
him.
just tired of surprises right now.
That's understandable.
Yeah, this-
But it would have been funny.
It would have. I will let them know that the one that disappeared was cursing us in Frost Barbarian. Specifically.
Mm,
And the one that was fighting with Civ has Frost Barbarian tattoos.
I've seen Frost Barbarian tattoos before. What kind?
I didn't take the time to look at them.
No, I'll go look.
Mm-hmm. Could you roll me an investigation?
Yeah, I'm so good at those.
Mm-hmm.
Guidance.
I've seen, and by when she's seen Frost Barbarian tattoos before, she means in bed.
Mm-hmm.
So
Very true.
yeah, do I get any advantage for up close experience with tattoos?
because they're also unconscious.
You know,
or a history check.
you can. I will allow the history check, and if you
Okay.
succeed on the history check, you'll have advantage on the investigation.
Sure. 6 no. I have proficiency in history, which is why I tried.
You know, it's usually
just-
dark, you know? It's hard to
you
see.
know, it is, or it's a little cold too up there, so investigation. But 15, that's much better. I didn't need it. I
15?
didn't need history.
The individual runes themselves are symbols that you may have seen before, depending on how adventurous Yrsa was in her, politically not necessarily great choices of romantic partners.
Yeah.
As
She's very
these-
adventurous, let's just say.
okay, so it was probably something that you maybe shouldn't have been sleeping with from
Oops.
a political standpoint, because
That's happened a lot.
Technically,
I'm a
they are a
noble.
vassal state,
Yeah.
and these
They were hot though.
This individual, these tattoos and the runes in this arrangement, symbolize that he is a berserker sworn in fealty to
Oh.
the chieftain as a not quite eunuch because they're not eunuchs.
Yeah,
know, they're-
obviously.
They're the bodyguards who aren't supposed to,
Right. Well,
you know, like
sometimes
like
you're a
in
couple kegs of meat and
you know, like A Song of Ice
things
and Fire, and like the
yeah,
Kingsguard.
yeah. Yep.
Kind of the same thing. So they shouldn't be. So maybe you're not going
Right.
to be real public about that. Although unless you're going to get people
Oh.
killed.
So we can categorize this as an act of war.
Maybe. Probably.
Because I identified myself and they did not stop.
That is true. You did. You were like, yo, they were the Alfiaros, baby.
Twice.
But except
I
you didn't
identified
identify
myself.
like that. Yeah. And I mean, I was there too. Yeah. And my warrior princess garb on. So.
Yep. Nope. He's basically. Has
Oh well,
the
that's gonna give
symbols
us
of
some
a
things to talk about when we get
supposedly
there.
chaste Kingsguard, chieftain, the bodyguard.
Then. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Maybe the supposedly chaste one will be there, and we can be like, "Hey, it's double blackmail."
Well, if they poofed away, I assume they know we're coming.
The redhead, by the way, who was unconscious from damage,
Yeah.
still
Yeah, it's
unconscious.
gonna take her longer to wake up. Yeah.
Still unconscious. The rogue who was stabbing, who was spent most of the battle confused, although did actually get to have a sneak attack once, and this guy, not that one. I'm sorry, the rogue here, and the guy in the cloak, both have brands of one on the inside, an X on the inside web of their thumb, and index finger on both of their hands. No one needs to make this roll. You know that those mean that they've both been caught twice for various crimes. And usually if they've been caught twice, the third time is either an automatic execution or being sold off into thraldom for a period of indentured servitude. Depending on what they were arrested for. They do not get a defense.
Well, let's start with them then.
They might be willing to work with us to cut a deal off there.
Just flat out say, why should we let you live? You've clearly already committed crimes more than once.
For which
I'll let you
which one are you
do the
talking like?
talking.
We'll drag them together.
Okay.
Although I am pretty persuasive, actually. I have a +6 to persuasion.
I'm just gonna move people. Yeah, I'm gonna remove the berserkers just for.
Yeah. Let's say they're like hanging around, and if we're still waiting for people to wake up, we do like a little fitness, like a little calisthenics group class.
Yep.
Just like
Yeah,
do push-ups.
they're and the dead body is gone. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm cleaning life up to make my life easier.
No, that makes sense. They're here for an hour. We're gonna do it friend
Yeah, they're
things.
here. They're busy processing your deer.
Dear.
Mhm.
So nice of them.
You asked them to do it.
I did, and they're gonna get a cut of that deer.
So who are you talking to?
Talking to the two of them,
The ex.
Okay.
the two
someone
criminals.
else. So the dude in the cloak, as he flicks his head back, you'll notice that his ears have been cropped across the tops, both of them. Kind of like individuals who maybe dock horrible people who need to burn, docking Doberman's ears.
I'll point Dreamsinger at his ear and say, who did that to you? Was it voluntary?
There's a snort and no.
I've run into some who hide their lineage in places that are unkind to elves, so I wanted to verify.
And he'll look at you. You can roll me insight.
Sure. 14.
14. Civ and Ven, what are you two doing while Irsa and Gunnar are interrogating, some prisoners?
We can do good cop, bad cop. He can be bad cop. I'll be good cop. Great.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So who do we have left in this? That can...
These 5 down here.
And you can
Everybody-
kind of group them together. We would have.
Except
leave
the
them-
guy in armor,
Except
except
for
sword
the
and
guy
board.
in sword and board. Sword
Yeah.
and board stays there.
Yeah.
You can put the other ones, including the barbarian
Yep.
down there. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
there you go. So everybody's together except sword and board, who kind of stuck in the middle. Yeah.
It's its own form of torture. We're isolating him
Mm-hmm.
so that he feels extra alone and vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
Or mad.
The woman who had the knives and stabbed people in the back, she also has evidence of elven heritage, but it's not as pronounced. Probably a half elf of some sort. The guy in the cloak with that 14, he's already resigned.
Hmm.
And you can probably read in his face that he didn't want to take this job. But he'll just kind of look at you and goes, "Your blade or his? Same end."
He'll smile, and because it was the Frost Barbarians I spent 50 years with as a political prisoner.
Now, Frost speech is for all 3 tribes.
Uh-huh.
Is Frost speech. But these are not symbols of the Frost Barbarians, they're symbols of the Ice Barbarians. But all 3
You had said Frost previously. That's why
I may
I'm
have
confused.
misspoken. Because
Gotcha.
they're all the same runes. The writing structure and the spoken language are the same, but the arrangement are the same for the Ice Barbarians that Ursa should not have been sleeping with because they're the King's Guard.
Gotcha.
Oops.
That's my
Got
fault for misspeaking.
That's fair. Then I won't switch dialects because there is slight differences.
Yes.
Because I don't have that. But I will look at him and say, I don't wish to use my blade, but I must if you have nothing of value to give me.
We were to take the weapons and bring them to him.
Who is him?
I cannot say.
Could you nod yes or no?
He nods.
Okay. And I'll say the name of the guy we're gonna go talk to about his sword.
He nods.
Mm. I'll just look at Gunnar like, yep, that's the guy.
Well, since the one coward already fled, this one was cooperative. Let's go ahead and untie him.
And he'll look at you and go, I cannot say who that coward might have been. And I cannot say whom was leading the charge. And
I
can-
understand.
But I might be able to say that family lines are complicated.
Oh, very complicated. I
Mm.
completely understand.
Yeah, it's
And
not
perhaps
so much in our family, but yes.
And perhaps one who is not here is related to someone else who is also not here.
Trying to usurp the throne, perhaps, by getting a different sort of.
No, trying to get in someone's good graces.
Mm.
I could not say who ordered us to do this.
I understand. Still, so you're better with those knots than I am. If you don't mind untying him.
Oh yes, I'm very good with these knots. And I'll wink at the guy.
The half-elf woman rogue is looking at both the guy in the cloak who with the cropped ears and the two of you and just You get the impression that she perhaps is someone who likes her work a little too much and
Mm.
is angry that he
Is not spilling the beans. Yeah.
I'll cut her throat.
Oh, cool.
Mm.
Coup de grace that guy.
Oh. I think that's what yours is said. I'm like, I'm dying. Oh. I get the next one.
Okay.
Alright.
Ven and Civ, what are you two doing while, this interrogation is happening in the corner?
Just one last thing.
Mhm.
I'll lean over and whisper.
Mhm.
I, son of blah blah blah, Gunolf Alfiaro, respect loyalty, and I will turn my back on him as a sign of vulnerability and walk away.
Does not reach for a weapon.
And I, yourself, Jarl.
I'm here for it. Go for
Hit
it.
on him.
Really
Go
like
for
to
it.
get to know the people of these lands. And I'll wink, and then I'll like pull away the silk rope.
Ooh, hold on a sec. I have to see something. I feel compelled to make a decision. As you go to pull away the rope, he just kind of shifts it, and his hands are already free, and nods
Oh.
at the two of you. Does not make an attack. He
Yeah.
also winks back at you.
Nice. Cool. We'll put a pin in that for later. We've got more people to interrogate. Go look, turn around.
Ven and Civ.
And I'll say there's deer later. There's venison later. Just don't worry.
You could go, Ben. You could go first.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, because I'll just I was just gonna be a little aside with the guy, but that's fine.
Which guy?
You could do. The guy they just untied.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's why I'm like, you do. So we could reverse time as to what we were doing on the
Yeah.
off time. I was just watching them interrogate, is what I was doing.
Okay, so watching them interrogate. And then Ven, what are you doing while the interrogation is going on?
Well, now that that's over, anything to add? Any of you?
The guy who's bald, very obviously human.
Mhm.
Again, not an uncommon thing to see in the tribes. They're mostly a variety of mixed species. Mostly human and elves and half elves, but a variety of species live amongst the various tribes. He does not say anything, but gives the impression that it's perhaps a lack of knowledge rather than a lack of desire to say something, right? Like he just shrugs as like, we were told to try and kill you. Like, the mage who's tied up is kind of pissy in that way of someone who is very privileged, who got caught doing something they shouldn't have been doing and is now trying to figure out how they can talk themselves out of it or buy themselves out of it. The redhead, barely been conscious.
Yeah.
And the barbarian with tattoos that are, again, the symbols of the King's Guard for the ice barbarian chieftains.
Not going to.
Glares at you and says nothing in that way that says everything, right? Like, he does not respect your authority. If you try to do anything, he still has a desire to finish his skill, which is his job, which is to kill you all and take those swords, and he will do everything in his power to come back with that. Because he is truly dedicated and believer.
I respect that. I am of the same mind for my sovereign.
Then we'll talk to the The mage.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in your position before. We've been in your position before. Consider strongly what you do. Is there anything you can add to what has been said?
I was hired to do a job. It's not my fault that you all are whatever. You've obviously angered somebody in a position of authority. I would strongly advise against, attacking me merely for doing the work that I was hired for.
I think it's gonna be telepathic.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't ask for excuses. We asked for information.
Well, you haven't asked any questions. We're hired to kill you and take those swords.
For confirmation by who?
A dude. Manager deals with it. I don't deal with my own hiring.
Oh, so you're a mercenary.
Of course. And she goes with her hands tied to flip her hair, right? Like, it doesn't work that well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm very good at my job. People pay me to do it, and I have a manager for that.
How much?
How much to kill you all?
Yeah, I'm very curious.
Yes, how much? I would love to know how much I think I'm worth.
And she kind of like looks at everybody else that's tied up next to her. It's like, well, I was paid 300 platinum up front with a promise of an extra 400 platinum after they'd work.
Oh, 300
I'm
platinum.
not mad about those numbers.
No,
Well,
me
that,
either.
that certainly confirms of.
But
bunch of
also
things
with those
that, madam.
numbers, weren't you concerned that they were just going to kill you afterwards? Because that's a small treasury of money. It's more than some dragon swords.
It's in contract.
Yes, and
Duh.
in the contract, does it say that they're not going to kill you after they give it to you and take it back?
Of course, it means I have a contract that can say I'm allowed to leave within 24 hours protected. I'm not stupid.
Oh, so the
Oh.
manhunt starts after the 24 hours. I know how those work. We've issued a
Gotcha.
couple of those. Yeah.
Well, I would, depending on, I mean, think about it, though. Just take a moment. A man who would risk going to war by
Yeah.
killing the children
Ooh.
of another country's sovereign. Do you believe that he cares about honoring your contract?
He might not, but the magic will ensure it.
For 24 hours. She's funny. She thinks she's smart, but she's not.
I
Even
think-
I can see through that one.
I'm just saying, you took a big risk, and it didn't play out in your favor.
Can I get Ven and Gunnar to roll me insight checks, please?
While they're doing that, can I settle up to the Kingsguard guy and be like, hey, is Bjorn still working there?
20.
20 for Ven and 19 for Gunnar. The bald guy on the side, guy who is literally obviously just hired, right?
Mhm.
Like, is
Mhm.
side-eyeing this chick like, what? And you can kind of get the impression that perhaps the contract is true, but those numbers are not what anybody else was. If those were actually numbers that were involved, nobody else on this field was getting paid that much.
Ah,
If it
our
was actually
druidic,
that.
our druidic friend. You were very honest with us. What were you paid?
My freedom and 20 gold.
Oh,
Oh.
Though your freedom is quite high. But that's still not the amount to be equal.
I mean, sort of. All of us have value. But to someone as unscrupulous as that was a pretty cheap price to pay. And Gunnar will move around behind that dude.
Mm-hmm.
And he will untie him. I appreciate your honesty. And I respect your desire for freedom.
He kind of, it's that shrug of appreciation, right? Like, he appreciates what you're saying, but
Mm-hmm.
he's not gonna, it's not that he doesn't trust you, but he doesn't trust this moment.
No, this is a weird situation.
This is the second person.
That Gunnar is untied. Yeah, I know. He's like, okay, maybe he's starting to believe this. The guy in the cloak, by the way, is kind of shifted away from the dead body,
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
but other than that, has not made any attempts to kill anybody, hasn't engaged in anything. It's out of the way.
Gunnar will actually sheath Dreamsinger at this point and give a hand to the druid
Mhm.
to help him stand up.
As the druid stands up, can you roll me either religion or arcana? This is a complicated question because druids are technically divine magic casters, but
Mhm.
they're not really a religion, so either one I'm going to allow in this moment.
Religion, 22.
You feel something as he takes your hand to pull him up, that
Mhm.
perhaps there is a disconnect at this moment between him and the divine. Because you realize the only thing he cast in this entire fight
Cantrip.
was a cantrip.
Was that in healing? He got one healing spell off.
He did. He got a healing word off.
What does freedom look like to you, friend?
Not being anywhere near bipedal species.
Gunnar will reach into his pouch and grab like 20 gold,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll hand it to him. Go find your peace.
He will not turn you down.
20 gold's 20 gold.
20 gold is 20 gold. He's not
Mhm.
stupid.
It's not dumb.
He's not dumb. But he'll put it in a pocket. Look at all of you and do that kind of slight nod of the head that's almost a bow, but not.
I give him a wink.
He doesn't wink. He does not wink back.
That's expected 100%.
And if you will allow him to, he will start walking into the trees, and as he gets to the tree line, his entire shape shifts.
Yeah.
And the bear leaves.
He stayed out of it pretty much this whole time. Yours is fine with
Hmm.
that.
May you find your peace.
He was also
He dragged me a couple of times, but I'm willing to forgive
He
it.
was also a slave too.
Yeah.
If he had to bargain for his freedom, not really happy about that.
Yeah, you could make that inference. Civ, you wanted to talk to our friend in the cloak.
Yes.
Yes, I do. I do. And I'll is there anybody still left alive? Anybody we're still interrogating?
I'm asking the King's Guard if Bjorn still works there.
And we're
Uh,
still ignoring the plate mail.
And we're still ignoring the
Chris.
sword and board.
And
Sword and
technically
board,
the mage is still alive.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so is the redhead.
Unconscious.
The
She's
redhead's
still a
then-
little.
The mage is
Yeah.
the mage is the one who is making comments about the amount of money.
Mhm.
Then I will I'll ask him to step away from his very judgmental, potentially judgmental ex co-workers.
Yeah.
And as we head
It's kind of
over,
like there's a bunch of you're in the trees, so it's easy to kind of like block line of sight and get away.
yeah. It's and so I'll ask him. So you heard Gunnar ask your ex co-worker what his idea of freedom is. What is your idea of freedom? Clearly, you have lived a difficult life.
And there's this long sigh. Do you know what these mean? He gestures to his ears.
No, I do not. Well, I mean, I would. I like
Mm-hmm.
my character would. I
character
don't.
would.
I
the
have.
character would,
Phoebe has no clue.
but you're saying.
Yeah.
And Civ may even say I don't. The way it was done, it was obviously done to him,
Mm-hmm.
and was probably done as a mark of thraldom, to mark that, so he could not. So he was obviously distinct.
Mm-hmm.
Freedom would be lovely, far away from here, and never seeing you all again.
Just us,
Except
or
now, and then there's a pause, and it's like that kind of head tilt of like, in combat.
yeah, she makes that impression on a lot of people.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Is it just us in particular, or this kingdom in particular, just being near the ice and frost?
I haven't seen south of the Kursic Mountains in almost 60 years.
And what would you do?
I'd sail south. Far south. Through the Aridity Sea to see the Spine Ridge again. And his accent is such that, yes, he speaks the Frost dialect, Frost language,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not his first tongue.
And would you two go and live away from bipedals like your friend, or?
I would find a man with a ship in the salt air. And the creak of sails. But that doesn't happen. So who would you like me to kill? Because that's usually what the next question is.
And as I'm pulling out, moving my backpack, I don't have a bag of holding. I just have things in my bag. I, and I'll laugh and I'll say, you know, I'm not really the talker of the group. I'm just not very good at it. But my friends are, which is why they spoke to you first. So I'm sorry to give you the impression that you think I need anyone killed, that I couldn't do it myself.
No, you're quite capable. But usually people want to talk to me. It's not because of capability. It's because they don't choose to want to do it themselves.
It's smart.
Were you here during the war?
Which one?
Is that a yes then?
Yes.
Then you know what? The frost looks dyed and red. To see weapons sticking out of people that you once knew, maybe. The cries of those finding their loved ones dead, murdered. the terrible things that were done in the name of potential freedom. After the fact, I think it's not on us anymore to deal with those things. And if your desire is to go and be back with your people and back on the water, somewhere a lot less cold, then I think that is a freedom that is deserved. And I'm sorry that you've been in a position where this is where you are. But one of the reasons that I left is because I'm a successful business person. But I'm out here doing these kinds of jobs because I didn't want to be in cities hearing so many people all the time. So this is my freedom for now. And if I have the capability of helping you get your freedom, and especially after you helped us and when you did not have to, then let it be a favor of mine to help you. Not a favor. Favor would suggest that I want something back. Let this be my gift to you. From one person who has dealt with life as it is up here to another person who has. And with that, I'll take out a pouch of gold.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'll do platinum because it's less bulky. And I'll give him the equivalent of about 1,000 gold. I don't know how much ships cost. This is my moment. This is like, what does a banana cost? $5? That's me with ships. I don't know how much a ship costs. So I'm giving him the equivalent of about 1,000 gold.
So that'd be 100 platinum.
Yeah, 100 platinum.
And you have a shit ton of it because you did that currency exchange with Karistan.
Yeah.
He again is not stupid and will not turn you down on this.
Yes. If you wish to stick around, like we said, you snuck up on us when we were dealing with some deer we just hunted. So if you would like to stick around for the meal afterwards, feel free. But you are not beholden to us. You have given us what you needed to, or what we wished for you to give us, and this is my gift, not for not killing us or for giving us this information, but simply because I wish to see someone who has lived a life such as yours to live their life away from here. And for the record, I do not expect anything. Again, gift, not favor.
I'll stay for dinner. I thank you
Good.
for your
I got
invitation.
I think
Very good sauce.
during that that conversation, I think Van is kind of looking at Civ and kind of like, it's an odd look. It's like an analyzing look.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky for you, I have terrible perception, so I don't even notice. My attention is fully on this individual in front of me.
Mm-hmm. Since he's staying
and-
for dinner.
And if you would like to stay until the morning, I know Ursa took a shining to you. But that is also your choice. You are allowed to make any choice you wish, except, maybe trying to kill us. I would not appreciate that one.
I have no desire.
But
to
that would be
kill
your
you.
choice.
I have no further desire to kill you. I should be more frank and honest.
That is fair. A lot of people want to kill me. I would also ask for their crest. They're more liked. They're liked and have respect as you travel down. You might even get like a discount or something if you say you're a friend. And by them I mean the paladin and the barbarian.
I thank you for the insight. You can call me Bishop.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Bishop.
Um,
And that's all I need from you. I just didn't want your friends to hear because they seemed a little judgy. So I just,
the only one of those individuals I met, I knew before this event, just walked into the woods.
Oh, okay. Oh, happy ending for both of you. Good. Well deserved.
I'd like to cast first level cure wounds on the redhead.
Cast first level cure wounds on the redhead. I updated because somebody's staying at least for dinner, possibly for breakfast. He is now in the Zoom chat.
Nice.
He as he kind of pulls the hair back, that it's very thick black. The features are very much not common to this far north.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. You can cast a first level cure wounds on the redhead. As you do so, I have a very important question because she's been unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
It's not lethal damage.
Yeah, no, but that's the point, is she's been unconscious for the conversations.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But now she's brought back to consciousness, right? Like, this is...
Mm-hmm.
So she's still tied up. You can... And Gunnar, you can see the process through her brain. Wake up, tied up, and goes to kick out at whoever...
That's fine. And I'm like knelt down, looming over her as I cast this spell because I had to touch her.
Mm-hmm. It's not, it's that level of, somebody woken up and responding violently, but not in a targeted attack.
No, Gunnar will actually take the hit.
Okay. Yeah, it's not, there's no damage. She can't do anything right now, but yeah.
I'll just take the hit and say, oh, sorry for the rude awakening.
Yeah, it's like Gunnar, it's not going to get through Gunnar's armor at all.
Yeah.
And who might you be?
And I'm sitting there like this.
She's human. And you left her next to the mage with Yrsa in front of her, and
Ven's technically in front of her. Yrsa's cat a corner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I misread that. So... Greta?
Nice to meet you, Greta. We're very curious. How much were you paid to kill us?
Yeah.
The mage next to you said she got 300 platinum up front. We're kind of impressed.
Not that.
So how much was it?
Yeah, how much was it then?
Another guy apparently only got 20. And not up front at that.
And you can see that she's trying to kind of like look around to see what's going on, to kind of gauge who is where and who is still maybe alive.
Only 3 of your compatriots died. The leader of your group was a coward and used some item to teleport away, leaving you all in the lurch.
Ooh.
The barbarian over there that seems to be one of his guards is quite angry about all of this, just in general.
You won't even answer my question. It's quite rude, really.
Yeah.
we're still not even mentioning sword and board.
No.
That's
Not even bringing them up.
She turns and looks, like, kind of has this moment of looking around, looks at you, Gunnar, and says, he escaped.
He
They'll know you're
ran.
coming.
Oh, of course. We were
And she
making no
leans back like
hiding.
nothing else matters to her anymore.
Well, yes, they should know we're coming. I mean, they practically started war. It's
And,
kind of
and
inevitable.
the oddest point is that we were actually going to visit them
Right?
voluntarily. Can you believe it? Now I
They
wonder
really
if I
could have
should-
saved themselves a lot of trouble by just waiting for us to get there.
It's very true.
Um.
And money.
Well, that's
And
thought.
money. Yeah, it's a lot of money they
See,
wasted.
well,
Especially
that
on
thought
this one.
is. Well, that thought is kind of like going through. I think Ben is going to try and see what she's thinking.
Okay. Yeah, that's smart.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it is a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. What do you... 19! Damn, she rolled well. But she still
rolled
fails,
pretty
I bet.
well. No, actually, she just made it.
Oh.
Just made it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so nothing.
Well, I think since we have to deal with her today.
She is glazed over. She's staring straight ahead. That staring into the middle distance.
It's poke.
Ah, this one has a loyalty much like the Chieftain's Guard.
Mm.
I respect that. I have similar loyalty to my father.
No, but for real though, does Bjorn still work there? And like I lean over to the to the King's Guard again.
Roll me a persuasion.
I would love to.
This is the 4th time you've asked. So,
It sure is.
so roll
And
the
she's not
persuasion.
asking about anybody else and the guy, or like who sent you, or how much were you paid. Just now, like, is that dude still? 15.
And he will break, and not break, but like break the staring contest, staring into the middle distance.
He's
he
just
has,
tired
and
of me
actually,
asking this question.
Kind of turn and look at you and go, so you're the cause of his demise.
Oh, well, that's disappointing. And I'll just go back to ignoring him. But I
don't
will
s-
give a wink. You can join him if you want.
And it's like,
It's like, nah, I'm good.
mhm.
Fair. And then Ursa loses interest. Since they're boring and they're not talking, the other one's annoying, and I'll go back over to the cloaked guy. He was at least fun and interesting.
Who?
The cloak guy.
Cloaked guy.
Cloak guy who is now standing and kind of has put the money away and
Mhm.
is gone over to help the berserkers finish.
Sure, I'll join over there. That processing deer right now is so much more interesting than these people who won't talk or are just really annoying. And of
Uh,
course, I walk right past. I'm almost step into on him,
Mhm.
and then I go like, oh, there's something in the way, and I just walk around.
yeah. Good lord, I love how much you hate him. It's
For no reason.
whatsoever.
So personal.
And he'll like when you come up across cloak guy, and he'll make.
I
eye
bet he looks
contact.
hopeful for a second. Like, oh, maybe someone's gonna talk to me, but then no.
No. And then you walk over to Cloak Guy, who's aiding the berserkers in rendering the deer, and he looks at you and goes, "You can call me Bishop."
Hi, Bishop. Nice to meet you. I'm Ursa.
See, we're really nice people. Really nice.
Yep.
Uh, I'll turn my attention back to and kind of nod at Ven to the mage and be like, all right, so these two don't want to talk. They seem satisfied with the fact that the coward ran away. Is that satisfying to you as well?
And you see that she tries to talk about something, but she can't.
Contracts.
So you muted, Lynn.
Said, oh yeah. I think we have everything. It's gonna certainly be harder to deal with it. I think Venska. In their mind, unless can your mouth not speak it, but can you think it? What do you say?
Interesting question. Interesting question. Roll me a spell attack.
Okay. Where are you? Spell attack? You're right there. Sure, why not? 22.
22.
How did you roll?
Yep.
That's
You've
weird.
rolled
Okay.
22 twice. So 22. You kind of pierce through her mind. The telepathy happens easily, but the question about whether or not she can think the further information is a struggle. It feels like you're moving through molasses. Like you can't get any further. And then at the moment that you're believing that you won't get any further, you push through and realize that there is that she is bound by a geas
Mm-hmm.
to not, right, like speak or communicate this individual's names in kind of really any way. And because of that, it's, you know, that you had to overcome the spell casting of the geas to even get this amount of information. And what she thinks kind of is Thorberg will return because that was what he was commanded, right? Like that's what she's going through in her mind. It's not so much it's this level of she knew that this might happen, that she was informed about it, and that if it was required, Thorberg had to leave. Because that was part of the demand that was made at the time the geas was placed. So whether she can personally feel angered about it is underneath the geas itself, right? Like, because she's still bound by that spell, she knows this information, but she's also fully aware that as part of the binding of the spell, he was going to be required to leave if certain conditions were met. And she didn't know what those conditions were.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that becomes obvious. So, perhaps if the geas was removed, she might be like, oh my god, he was a cowardice asshole, I'm going to, you know, tell you everything that I wanted to know. But she's currently still bound by the geas.
So you're saying she still might be useful even though she's annoying.
You're just gonna hate to hear that.
I think at certain, like, since this is like telepathic, Van is gonna just kind of mutter, it was pre-planned. He was meant to leave.
Doesn't
Compelled.
change the fact he's a coward.
Compelled to. had no choice. This was pre-planned by whoever put this on.
I am certain that someone of his stock was a willing participant.
It makes no matter. He's gone. It was pre-planned. We're still at a disadvantage here, and we might still be in danger.
We're always in danger, Van.
More so.
Fair. That makes it all the more reason that these two who
Immediately.
won't speak, we need to get rid of, because we don't need traitors amongst us. Do you find the mage to be useful?
Let us do something real fast before we decide. And Ven will reach out and try and tear away the gears.
Ooh,
So I'm gonna dispel. That's a dispel with a dispel magic.
mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
That is. Let me just double check. Look at what the.
Oh, it's not dispel magic.
Mm-hmm.
A dispel magic, you would know, Ven.
Mhm.
This is information that you would know. Dispel magic wouldn't do anything.
Mm.
You need remove curse or greater restoration or wish.
I think I have great restoration, I think.
Move curse is only a 2nd level spell if you wanted to prepare it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3rd level.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Still, it's within your repertoire, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I think no, it's like there are certain preparations we would like to make before we send them on their way.
That is fair. I trust your wisdom, as always.
The others?
No, these two have nothing. The one that we have isolated, we still have yet to find out. And
wanna just
before
leave him here.
even going near Sword and Board, I'll call Yursa over.
Oh, yes.
Would
I
you
like
like to help
hands.
with dispatching the traders?
Oh, yes, thank you. I did call tips. I'll run over.
And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
My hand's covered in deer blood. Oh, yes.
Like that's just straight up. Here's the image we're going to end on. Thank you
Yep.
everyone for staying a little later tonight. It took a little longer. Big combat is big combat. Thank you all to my wonderful, fabulous players. Thank you for to all of you watching along. You did manage to help a lot with some gifts for your players. We're going to go around and let everybody say where you can find them, share some love, share some joy, all of these things, and I will go at the end. But why don't we go? You know, I'm gonna mess everybody up and go PB. Hey PB, how you doing? How's life going for you?
Hi. I wasn't expecting to go first. Hi, hello. How is everyone doing? I'm doing all right. Not joking on anything. I am PB from PB Plays Inside, where you can find me over on Twitch and Blue Sky. Right now, I am playing through Oblivion the Remaster over on my channel. So if that is of any interest to you, come on by. Stop on by. I'm playing a Dunmer, who is a as close as I can get to a direct replica of my very first Oblivion character that I played all those years ago for my very first RPG experience. So it's been a very nostalgic trip for me. I also read absolutely everything. So like, I feel like you should know that before coming in. I read every single
Best
book.
way to
So
play
like,
games.
that's what I'm saying. You have to know. Otherwise, how will you know? Also in Oblivion, if you've never played before, please pick up books, just because a lot of them do give you buffs and bonuses to certain things. And sometimes they give you like little map markers, just like when you talk to people. So, you know, it's always good to at least read, like pretend to read them You can just open and close it and it'll give it to you. Anyways, that is what I am doing over on my channel, and I am very, very excited to see what's gonna happen. Like, I wasn't expecting like a welcome wagon when we got to this place, but like, I wasn't expecting to get attacked by the people of the city before we got to the city. So this is a fun little thing. I'm also glad I suggested this. I suggested us go hunting and get off of the horses because I'm afraid that they might have attacked our horses if we kept going. So that was my first thought. I was like, oh no, the horses. Because walking is a lot more annoying than horse riding. But yeah, and as for this, man, I think it's hilarious. Just every time. Just the like the suggestion that this barbarian was just like the male version of Yrsa. And the fact that Lindy, you played Yrsa to just like reflect that immediately. That was such a great moment. And I just sheer ignoring this poor guy who did literally nothing except try to kill us, I guess. But like he was just there, poor guy. As a fellow fighter, I feel you. I understand your pain and your plight in life. And it's so fun seeing the like this like really calm person that we're always around when it comes to Ven, and then as soon as we get into combat, it's like you still hold that calmness, and when we're interrogating, but it's scary. It becomes scary, and I just think that's really cool. It's just, I love seeing just like, oh, I'm so glad Ven is on our side. I'm glad that Ven is my friend, because otherwise, if I were the person tied up in Shibari on the ground being interrogated, and having my mind probed, I'd be a little afraid. I'd be just a tiny bit afraid. But I look forward to it, and I look forward to seeing what happens next week. That is me.
Indeed. Okay. Next up is Lynn. Hey, Lynn. How are you?
Doing good. Yeah, I'm happy we survived. That was good. Got happy the berserkers were there, even though it's like, all right, guys, it's job's over. Now it's time to do some work.
Mm-hmm.
What they got?
They got one round.
They got one. Well, I mean, it was a good round. I mean, it scared the shit out of them.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that scene between Bishop and Civ. That was really enlightening. Very interesting also to Ven. As far as I love the playful pettiness of Yrsa and Gunnar. That poor asshole. That poor fucking sword and board. Just, you should just go home. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know. And I'm also like, you're saying that Berserker were like two violent ships in night that did not crash into each other, and is all the world sadder for it.
Yep.
Bye everyone. I'm Lynn, Gremlin Art, pretty much everywhere on the socials. You can find me on actually tomorrow on a Dexara19 channel for a charity game where we're playing a high level Dragon Age game where we are at a grand tourney, and I think my character's there for like confusing like paperwork reasons, and should be interesting. I played a bunch of Dragon Age TTRPG like at lower level, but we were at like level 13, so we can access to like some really nasty magic. So I can't wait.
What channel is that on?
That's on Dexara19.
Can you drop it in the?
Yes, I will drop it in the.
Thank you
the
very
thing.
much.
I will drop the tweet for it.
Appreciate that. We like to encourage people to do stuff and go watch other people. So, but.
All right, cool. You can go ahead while I find it.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. I got it, but I'll post it just in a second. There we go. But that's pretty much it for me.
Alrighty. I'm here for all of it. Ah. Hey, Chris. How are you?
I'm doing great. Doing great. Um, had a great time tonight. It was a lot of fun. Um, I do find it amusing. That was as much me as it was Gunnar. That we were headed straight for them, and yet they decided to send people to us, which puts them at more of a risk than if they just waited. So that was
I mean,
plot twist wise intriguing.
Yeah, but if you came to them, then they might have to deal with guest rights, and if you just happen to die on the road,
True. But still, it's amusing. Amusing to Gunnar.
Now it's an act of war.
As far as he's concerned. Which might mean we have to take a slight detour and commandeer some troops to go with us. But who knows? I really like Ven's interrogation techniques, is what PB mentioned. It was chilling in many ways, and I feel like it did a good job of balancing the cheery yet slightly murderous tone that Gunnar was setting. So that was a really fun juxtaposition, and I always appreciate Lindy when she lets Yrsa go with whatever Gunnar decides, and she's like, "Oh yeah, this will be fun." I don't know why I decided to just ignore that person, but yeah, that it just felt right.
Yeah.
And yeah, you all get to see me here on Sundays for as long as this season goes, and then movement is being made for future games and here on this channel, and hopefully we will get to see all of chat back for those. So thank you.
indeed. Looking forward to it. All right, Lindy.
That's
You're
me.
never last,
Lindy.
but you are very much the anchor.
I will be
anchor
here.
batter. There we go.
Laugh, live, Lindy. Tis I. My love. I just love how we all collectively decided to just completely ignore Sortenborn. I thought that was just great. I hope we continue to ignore him until after we've eaten dinner and we're like getting ready to go to bed, and then like almost as an afterthought, then decide to talk to him, really demoralize him.
It's not beneath me to leave him shackled and alone for the rest of eternity.
Like we could just leave him here, like never talking to him the whole time.
Exactly.
Just leave him here handcuffed in the woods. Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
you're not a threat. Goodbye.
it's an idea. Yeah. I mean, that's how villains are made. But I'm here for it. I really liked Siv's moment with Bishop being like, I don't know how much boats are here. How about 1,000 gold? It's enough to practically make a boat, which is great. And I loved Ven being spooky. It was great. Just being like, can you think it though? And like, oh, that's unnerving. That's I like it. A lot of fun. Very excited to interrogate more of these guys, dispatch some of them, and get to know Bishop. Before we're gonna give him a real nice send off. He's gonna be like, man, I gotta go to this murder contract, and then it's gonna turn around. His whole life's turning around after this moment, and I think it's gonna be a real impression, leave a big impression on him for the rest of his long elf life. So that'll be fun. You can find me online at Laugh Live Lindy, Twitch, YouTube, Blue Sky, etc. You can find me tomorrow night for Aliens. Fingers crossed. Haven't heard from Trav, but it is on the calendar. It's established. Aliens. Tuesday night for Ghost of Saltmarsh. They're setting off every trap because they're not looking for traps, and it's hilarious. And And they were told this place has shit tons of traps. They're like, cool, and they're just walking through, opening every door. It's great, and there's traps everywhere, and it's amazing. And then Wednesday, dinosaurs, time bubble, and penguins. Oh my, tracks of terror. They all got eaten by T-Rexes, and now they'll be. Who knows what else they'll be eaten by? There's a lot of dinosaurs. I have several dinosaur stats. How many times will they be eaten, and by what? That is the question we hope to discover on Wednesday. And then Friday, Traveler, Trooper SJP's channel, and then here on Sunday.
Indeed.
That's me.
For all the love and all the fun, go watch all of those shows. Follow all of the wonderfully fabulous people that are on the screen because they are all great, and I appreciate each and every one of them. As for me, hi y'all, I am your friendly neighborhood Prax. Praxagora Thesmiophora, you see me around here on Twitch, Prax the Bard over on Instagram, Hive, and Blue Sky. And we will be back next Sunday for more of this interesting story as how it's developing. I loved every minute of this. I loved the fact that Yrsa and, you know, like, the sword and board is going to get ignored through this entire thing. I love that this became a thing and just went with it. I loved both the interesting opinions, the kindness that has been shared with a couple of these guys who were actively attempting to kill you, and then you also the way in which Ven was like, oh, well, you know, time for murder again. So, you know, we'll see what happens. But thank you all for being here. Thank you to my wonderful players for playing tonight. Thank you all for staying a little bit late because we went over and, you know, that's what happens. Let us see if there is anybody up for us to raid. Not at the moment. So we'll just end it for tonight. We'll say, see you next time, everybody. Oh, wait, hold on. Before we go, I forgot to do the other part of the spiel, right? Like, hey, you miss anything out? There's the YouTube link for I can type. There's a YouTube. Check out the VODs. They're all a nice, neat little playlist, including I've turned it into a podcast, if that's your choice. And there's also merch. Specifically, you know, Yrsa merch. Just saying, it exists, and all of it goes back to supporting the channel, and we really appreciate you. And we will catch you all next time, everybody. Bye-bye.